Well, let's see here. It's rolling.
Yep.
Rolling. But, yeah. We're trying to go live here.
Robot bear. Yoskay, robot bear. Yoskay, robot bear. Yeah. Yep. How's it going? How's it going, Eric?
And we're live.
Yay!
Yes. You have tuned in to Robot and the Bear episode number 41.
41. It's official.
Big 4-1.
Yeah.
Like all this stuff was supposed to happen according to Luke when we hit 40. Nothing happened.
But, 2020.
What's that?
It's the year.
I know, but nothing happened at episode 40 like we thought.
Well,
I thought the clouds were going to part and a big anus was going to come down and fart on us. Nothing happened.
No,
Absolutely
no
nothing.
Makoto Ida fantasies.
Nothing happened. But we are at episode 41. We have Yoskay Yamamoto in the house.
Yes.
Yeah, and Happy New Year to both of you guys.
Thank you.
Happy
Happy New
New
Year
Year.
to you too.
Yeah.
So this is the first podcast of 2020?
First one of the year.
First one of the year. Nice.
Awesome.
So, it's almost been a solid year of robot and bearisms.
I know.
Can
Yeah,
you-
I know.
Yep.
I know. So is this going to be like the year look back episode?
I was kind of thinking that we should do that, but like I don't know. I'm in a weird mood. Like I was telling you guys earlier, like I've got this weird kind of like surface headache. It's not like brain hurting, but like I tried running a comb through my hair before I came here, and it just hurt.
Wow.
And
Oh, no.
yeah, so, and then like I've just been in this weird mood, and like the entire time I was driving out here, like I was kind of like I had a hard time keeping my car straight, and I was just like, I don't think I should be driving.
But you made it here.
I made it.
You pushed on through anyway.
I pushed on through anyways.
Like, who cares? Other traffic. Who cares about life?
Who
in
cares
general?
about life? I've got a podcast to do.
Exactly. Robot and the Bear.
Robot and the fucking bear. Best
Podcast.
podcast ever.
Podcast over life.
Yeah.
I heard someone, exclaim that outside of Giant Robot.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
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 Greatest podcast ever.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Nice. It is. I mean, what can I say?
Yeah.
Eat that Joe Rogan. Eat that H3. Eat that freaking, who else has got like an amazingly stupidly popular podcast?
Many? I don't know.
You know what I was thinking we should do? I was thinking we should do reaction videos for the podcast.
Like what kind?
Like fucking specifically K-pop ones.
Wow.
Because like they have like these dumb, like for some reason in the past week,
Mm-hmm.
I have been like in this weird like K-pop thing where I've just been watching
Like-
K-pop videos
Like on YouTube?
on YouTube, and then I'll watch
Like
the reaction.
girls
Yeah.
K-pop music or
Specifically girls. I'm not really into the boy stuff.
Right.
I
I figured.
and like nothing against people who like the boy stuff. Those guys can dance.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, just there's something about like the intense visuals of, like the girl groups from
Any
Korea.
particular group?
Well, I started by watching like just like whatever like would come up.
Okay.
But lately, I've been like toward the end of it all. I started like kind of more focused on like Blackpink.
Oh, I don't know them.
Oh,
I heard of them.
they're great.
I don't really watch this stuff, so I don't.
I know. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'd never really watched it either, but for some reason I've just been kind of into it lately. And then I start watching these dumb reaction videos of people like watching like the videos.
Wow. And you're watching that.
I'm watching that.
Then
yeah.
we can do a reaction video of people reacting to videos.
Yeah.
Well, no, because like I'll look at the numbers of people who are like watching the videos, and they'll go anywhere between like 1 million to like fucking like 15,000 views.
Wow.
Like reaction videos?
Yeah.
Wow.
And so I was thinking, Robot and the Bear podcast should do
reaction videos.
to like little like interspersed like reaction videos. So like,
are you talking and just interrupting the whole thing, kind of a thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's like Mystery Science 3000.
Yeah, like it's just me kind of like maybe because I don't think you'd be. I can't imagine you being okay with doing it, but it could just be me, or it could be both of us,
Right.
like watching fucking like Korean K-pop videos as they come out, and and leaving commentary. I don't know. Just anything to fucking like get some attention onto the fucking podcast, because I think there's only about 5 people that listen to this thing.
Oh, we're at 5 right now.
Whoa, right on the dot.
Right on
5
the dot.
people.
Yeah, good call.
And so
Solid, very solid call. Right there.
And I think that if I want to get those numbers, I gotta get the fucking I gotta get a little hand from the K-pop, So
well, with our luck, we're gonna do that, and
yep. And I will, I will just we could call it old, like painters, old painter watches, like comments on K-pop,
And we'll get 5 views.
not many viewers. That's what I'm saying. It might not be any better.
Yeah, I know. It's something I think it's worth trying, just because for some reason, yeah. It's the video phenomenon that is K-pop is really something else. And all I can say is it's like Korea finally has something. They have something, I always kind of feel like, in that like weird like trio that is China, Japan, and Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Like China's always had 5,000 years of history, Great Wall, blah, blah, blah. And then like Japan's got we've got Walkman, we've got fucking cars, and then what has Korea had aside from kimchi? And now they've got
they have
barbecue?
Kim Jong Un.
well, that's North Korea.
It doesn't
But
matter.
no.
The word Korea is in there, man.
No.
He is the phenomenon of his own.
No, they got K-pop now, and you know what? Their pop blows away all the pops in Asia, all of it.
Yeah, because you never fucking hear about J-pop
Oh,
whatsoever.
the thing is that I was just in Japan,
Right.
and so I decided to do a little investigating while I was on this weird K-pop kick.
Okay.
And I was watching fucking AKB48 videos and shit like that, and it's fucking trash. It's fucking trash compared to what's going on in Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I was like, go Korea, you could do this. They're fucking 10 years ahead of fucking all the other, in my humble opinion, and yeah, it's something else. And even the boys stuff, compared to all the weird Hong Kong fucking, pop music that was coming out of Hong Kong, it's that's just all fucking ballads and bullshit and fucking but then you have all this weird I don't know, singing with rapping and fucking dancing and blonde hair and fucking mascara and all this other shit coming out of Korea, and it's just
Right.
wow, all right.
We're up to 7 views now, so I don't want to hear it, man. Big time. Yeah.
Anyways,
Let's get up to 2 digits.
Anyways, if
That'll be on you, Yoskay. Bring it, dude.
yeah,
Bring
Yoskay.
it. Bring it, Yoskay.
Yoskay's magnetism is drawing in the viewers.
It'll be 6.
Oh, we are at 6 now.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for fucking bothering you guys with my fucking bullshit,
so
fucking
funny. What a great
viewing
timing.
habits on fucking YouTube. Yeah, the reaction videos. It's been a thing. It's just been this weird fucking dive I've been taking into, while I'm just decompressing and trying to find my sleep again. So, but anyways, so are we top 5ing it?
Do you have a top 5?
No, I'm just gonna wing it.
Okay. Start.
All right, top 5. Let me think. What things have been really fucking buzzing through my head lately? Jesus, I am so fucking.
You're drawing a blank.
I am so I have done nothing.
Wow.
Nothing. Since the last podcast, all I've done I sat around did nothing. Nothing this week. I've started painting.
Okay, so that's number 5 for you. Then, is nothing.
Nothing.
That's a good one.
It's the most decadent thing that I think I could be able to say I enjoy. Is
But something nothing's great.
oh my god, you don't it's I'm like just sitting around just like blah watching fucking dumb videos all day long and all night long, sleeping for 3 hours and fucking watching more of it. You know? Like no nothing. I don't have a store to fucking go to. I don't have a fucking and then I'll just think about like, oh, how am I going to make money this year? And then I'll like think about it for a while.
You're not even going to 7-Eleven or anything like that?
Oh no.
Nothing?
No, I don't have a 7-Eleven around me.
What are you doing about like food?
Oh, I'll go grocery shopping and
Okay,
I'll buy stuff,
Right,
but
right.
But
besides that,
but
nothing.
nothing really else.
Wow.
I started painting this week, but that's just kind of like whatever. I'm just like just going through the motions, but it's
Well, you got to start from somewhere.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
The engine is cold. The engine is cold,
Right.
and and now I'm like. I turned the engine on and
It's like a winter time. You turn it on, you just let it go for a little bit.
It's idling, and
idling for a little bit.
let me see. Okay, so that's my number 5 is nothingness. Okay, what have I been watching on fucking number 4? Oh my god, I am like.
This is the worst top 5 ever.
I'm sorry.
Maybe the K-pop videos.
Yeah. No, I don't want to give him that much credit. It's just something like it's like fucking keys. I'm looking at fucking keys, and I'm just like
it's shiny.
They're
shiny
I'm watching something shiny, and I'm just like, wow, it's shiny. So it's like, I'm just completely fucking out of it. It's funny because as I was driving out here, I was trying to think of one art show that blew my mind
in 2019.
And no, don't get me wrong. There's been some really great your show was great, and Eric's hosted some great shows, but what has there been anything?
Let's Eat.
I mean, Let's Eat was great and everything, but it something that fucking made me go, holy shit! You just fucking changed my perspective, I just drew a blank.
I've got one.
Really?
Well, I saw James Jean's show in Korea.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
That was a holy shit.
Okay,
Yeah,
I didn't
Yeah.
see it.
I mean, there's with 7 30-foot paintings. I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't see it, so whatever.
Yeah, I know.
But
But that show was amazing.
am I just getting jaded? So that's not my number 4. Jaded. I'm just fucking I'm a jaded, tired fucking human being.
But I mean, after being in the game for so long and going to so many openings, it becomes a lot more difficult to have that kind of.
To
the
step
shock
there and go
of
holy
wow.
shit, I mean, I've seen good shows. I've seen shows that I thought were oh, this is cool, fucking, but nothing that just kind of made me go wow, I need to fucking go home and paint. Remember that feeling from years ago, Yoskay? You go to a good show and you're just oh, I gotta fucking
step up the game.
I gotta fucking do something about
yeah.
this. I haven't felt that way.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
in a long time, and it's sad.
Maybe it's never gonna happen again.
I don't think it will.
Wow.
I honestly don't think. I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was asking me don't you ever just miss a person? And I'm like, no, I don't miss people. I don't really give a shit about anyone.
Oh, I thought you missed me when you went on this trip to Asia and we didn't podcast. Oh, I was wrong.
No,
Fuck.
I didn't miss you at all.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh. All right. Well, fuck you back.
That doesn't mean I don't care about you, but it's that just that
Really, you don't miss somebody's company or somebody's.
Aw.
No.
Oh.
I haven't missed anyone's
You
company
have
in over a decade.
You're like a what is it, a serial killer type of thing? You're just
I've got
disconnect.
you have
a disconnect.
a
The wire is broken.
Sociopath.
Yeah, the
sociopathic
wire is
kind
broken.
of tendency.
The one that the wire that goes to your heart and to your mind are just separated.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I honestly do think so.
Yeah.
You know, like I was.
Let's put that in your Tinder profile.
Like
I
was,
won't miss you.
Don't worry.
I promise. I promise I won't miss you.
Yeah.
Hook up with me. I won't miss you.
Right. Well, I mean, like, you know, and I said to him, like, yeah, I mean, like, oh, you know, like, you know, miss like fucking a person, but like, that's about it. You know, like, it's weird. Like,
That's gangster.
like something is wrong with me. I honestly.
So maybe you do need to go to the healing session.
Oh.
Will Southern Salazar be able to help me find my humanity?
We're gonna find out.
Maybe they can rewire you.
Yeah.
The wire is broken. It needs to be connected.
Yeah, you know, put some fucking stones up my ass and fucking like, you know, get
warm stones.
Get those warm healing stones up my bum and
we're
fucking
talking
like
about crystals.
Like a sharp crystals.
Yeah, like, you know, help me reconnect.
Oh my God. Wow, that's a powerful number 4.
Wow.
That's powerful. Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
We just learned a lot about you right there.
So maybe this isn't the worth top 5 after all.
No, it just got really good. Yeah. Luke doesn't miss anyone.
I don't miss anyone.
Jeffrey Coe, whoever you are, he doesn't miss you.
I don't.
Tanavit, whatever your name is, this guy doesn't miss you either.
No.
No. None of you fuckers out there that help Luke do all these great things, he doesn't miss you.
No, I don't.
So, okay. Good.
I don't. I mean, what do you mean? Like, oh, I really wish that person was here right now. I mean, like,
No, just like idea of like, oh, it would be kind of nice to hang out with this person sometime soon, or I don't know. No.
No. Okay.
Okay, let's move on.
I mean, like, you have to look at the reality of a fucking situation, right? Like,
Okay.
people are fucking busy. People
Yeah,
have things to fucking do.
I know.
You know, I've got my own fucking shit to do.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and so it's just kind of like, and I just trust. I have enough faith in people
Okay.
to believe that, like, you know what, when the opportunity
when
fucking
the right time comes,
it'll
right.
fucking work out.
Got
you know, but
got
like,
you.
you know, I'm not going to fucking like
Go out of your
pine
way.
for it.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Do you miss your Gundam toys at home?
No, I hate those.
Okay.
You know, like, you know, it's kind of like,
All right.
you know,
Do
like,
you miss Popeye's fried chicken sandwich or
No,
something?
no,
Okay.
definitely not.
Okay.
You know.
What about ramen in Japan? Do you miss that?
Not really, because I
No.
could fucking get ramen that's somewhat like good in Los Angeles. Like, you know, it's, you know, and if I really wanted it bad enough, I could just fucking like get in my car and get it.
Right on.
You know, it's like, I don't know. Like, I feel really like dead inside
Damn.
for like, you know, and like,
Do you miss your manga reading?
no, because I fucking do it already.
Oh, okay. But if you didn't have it, you'd miss that.
Well, I didn't do it for like 3 weeks while I was in Asia.
And you didn't
like,
miss it?
I didn't.
Oh,
like,
that must be awesome to come back and have
and I just
so
I
much
had
to read.
all this crap to
Yeah.
fucking read, and
Wow.
like, and you know what? And I looked at it and I was just like, oh my god, this is. Fuck,
All right. So
this is such a
we
pain.
need somebody needs to like remove one sense from Luke, and maybe you'll miss that. Like,
you know-
like someone needs to remove your taste buds, so you'll never taste food again, and then they'll go, "Oh, I miss tasting food."
Well, I would miss that. I would miss tasting, being able
Yeah.
to like conduct a quote unquote normal life. But the
Right.
thing is that like I was thinking about it, and I was just like, you know, when was the last time that like I pined for someone, and like I can honestly say that it was probably when I was still living in San Luis Obispo.
Wow.
You know, and you know, it's just kind of like, I don't know what happened. I honestly don't know what happened. You know, it's weird. It's weird. I kind of like had a this realization, like, you know, just like last week.
I think you miss me, but okay.
Oh, you know what?
okay.
I enjoy.
It's cool, man. You don't have to admit it. That's
no,
all.
like here,
You know what?
here it is.
You can be hard. You can still be hard. That's
I
all.
enjoy
You're
your
a hard
company. I really do. I love doing this podcast. But the thing is that if you suddenly decided, Luke, I don't think we could do the podcast anymore. I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Right.
That's
true, because we didn't podcast while you were gone, and we thought we were going to, and just didn't give a fuck when you were gone. So anyway, yeah, didn't work out. So, okay.
Were you guys
You're-
actually trying to
Well, I wanted to.
But he didn't give a fuck, so we didn't do it.
No, well, no.
You know why? Because he didn't miss you.
No,
No.
absolutely not. He didn't.
It was because I was sick. I got sick on my second week, and I was too busy on my first week.
And you therefore definitely didn't miss me. You're like, oh, I'm sick. Me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. No,
Yeah,
I get it.
I like. Do,
I get
am
it.
I?
Of course.
Does that make me a sociopath? I mean, like, like
I don't know.
I'm curious. Like I'm actually. I think the reason why I even brought this up is because I'm like a little bit concerned about like what's wrong. Why am I like so fucking like, like standoffish, or fucking like why are the walls that I erected so fucking tall? Is it and like I think I kind of push it back to I'm willing to cite like this one really toxic relationship that I was in, like when I was in my 20s.
Wow.
That like
Is that the one you mentioned on the podcast before?
no, I
No?
don't think I really brought this one up. But
Okay.
like it was this crazy relationship, and like, fucking it was really bad.
Oh, wow.
And so, and I think and there was even like I had a really bad acid trip on it, and all this other shit.
Oh wow.
So I'm like, and so I'm kind of like going like, why am I so fucking like, is it because I push people away, or is it because, something is broken inside me?
I think something's broken.
Mm.
We'll get it fixed.
Stones.
This Sunday.
This Saturday
We'll see.
and
Saturday.
Sunday.
We'll see.
The healing stones up the bum. I'm looking
Wow.
forward to it. I'll bring the lube.
Oh, and sketchbook. 'Cause I think you're gonna draw.
Sketchbook.
Yeah, bring the sketchbook.
Oh fuck! I don't want to draw in front of people. I hate drawing in front of people. It's just I mean, like I could like draw some like like drawing my fucking bear fucking like for people at signings, like that's easy, but like that's not drawing. That's just like fucking signing shit. It's like
Right.
a signature. Fucking whatever. Now I don't even know if I want to go. I mean, I guess once in a while I do think of like like dumplings, and I'm like, I would like to get dumplings, but I don't want to wait for it.
Oh, man.
I don't. Yeah, no. Maybe broken.
We'll
Okay.
figure it out.
Yeah. Number 3.
Powerful.
What have I been watching on fucking YouTube? No. What have I been watching on Netflix? You know what? I'm kind of like I'm just so unprepared for this. This weird headache thing going on right here is fucking like. I think I honestly like was wondering myself, did I get like is there missing time in today? Did I get abducted? Did someone put something in my head? Because like seriously I feel very disoriented. It's a weird day today.
You might have got yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I literally was about to bail out of this, because
Whoa.
I was in such a weird fucking state when I was driving out here. So, viewers, I apologize. Has our viewership like fucking dropped?
No, man. We're at 9 or 10 or 11.
What?
Ooh, double digits.
Yoskay.
No,
Yeah.
it's not me. It's not.
It's a weird day for me, so I'm sorry. I'm
good.
yeah, K-pop. I guess that's my number 3.
So it did made it.
I because I have nothing else. I'm like, okay,
This
yeah.
is how thin.
Yeah, yep. Watched K-pop videos. That like I watched a bunch of them. It was good. It's like yeah. So okay, that's number 3. Number 2. Fuck.
Wow, struggling.
Yeah, I am really struggling. This has been a fucking weird week for me. No, it's not been a weird week. It's been a quiet week for me. Nickel allergies. They're the worst.
What allergies?
Apparently, I'm allergic to nickel.
Nickel.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like nickel belts,
Oh, yeah. I think
see.
I am too a little bit.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know that. But,
Yeah.
belt buckles. That's all.
Yeah, I finally like
Yes.
like just went on Amazon and bought like 3 belts that like have no fucking
Nickels
or metal on their fucking belt buckles because the rash would like disappear with ointment, and then like and I've been like wearing these like jogger kind of pants that have like to have a string to fucking tighten it up, an elastic,
right?
And then I'll like, I have to like look presentable, and I'll wear pants and I'll wear a belt, and fucking at the end of the day there's a fucking rash.
Oh
wow. Yep.
Yeah, so
that sucks.
yeah, so I'm
just paint it. Paint the
Oh,
nickel.
I did.
I
I painted it with enamel. I wrapped it up with tape.
Yeah.
I both paper and like plastic tape, and like I think that the paper would wear out sometimes,
I see.
and fucking so, and then I have a rash, and so yep. Yeah, there are nickel-free belt buckles available on Amazon.
Huh.
So
it must be like a common allergy then.
oh yeah, it's definitely a pretty common allergy.
Oh.
So was that my number 3 or my number 2? That's
I
my
think that was your number 2. Yeah.
My number 1, 2020, man. It's like fucking, it's a new fucking year. Hooray
New
for
decade.
New
too.
decade. Though, does the decade begin on 2021 or 2020?
No, 2020, right? Because
would assume 2020 just because it sounds like
Yeah.
it should, but
Right.
does it really? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But 2020 is a great number.
I would think like 1900. That's the beginning of the new, whatever century.
No,
or
new
100 years,
century is
millennia,
like in
millennia,
19
whatever it is,
Oh.
Yeah.
whatever it is. But yeah, century, right?
Right.
I thought 21st century started on 2001, not 2000.
Oh, really? It just sounds like it'd be better if it starts on 2000 because it's a round number. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I might be wrong too.
It's going to be a good year. I'm excited. So
Yay.
I'm hoping to travel more, see more stuff. Hopefully, make some money so
Awesome.
I can live.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Secure that bag.
Secure
Yeah.
the sack. Or is it bag? Secure the bag.
Secure
Bag,
Yeah,
right?
secure the bag.
Got to secure the
Yeah.
bag. I'm going to work on
Thanks,
securing the
Kano.
bag. So fucking yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, sorry. What a fucking shitty top 5.
All
Well,
good.
number 4 was brilliant though.
Still, it was
No,
interesting.
I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck about nobody. Number 4.
I don't, and I especially don't give a fuck about myself.
Oh,
no.
So like
At least care about that because that's
a little bit.
okay. Good.
A little bit.
A
Like,
little- I'll take a
like
little
when
bit.
I'm hungry, I do eat. So
Yeah.
and
and-
so I guess that's proof of my self-love.
And you're an impulsive dude sometimes. Like
Yeah.
you're like, I want that Gundam.
Yeah.
I'm getting it.
I'm getting-
And that one. And that one. And that one. And that
That
one.
one.
That one. But big one? Okay. Cheap one? Okay.
Yeah.
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 Master grade, whatever it is.
Master
I want
grade,
all that.
perfect grade, high grade. Yeah.
Child 5-year-old grade. I'm taking it. Right? So it's great.
It's true.
Is there such thing? Like a Gundam that's like 6 pieces total that you like little kids can do it?
I don't know if they
no.
still make it or not, but when I was in like elementary school, they used to have a Gundam model that was like
One color?
not one color, but it's not like a proper proportion.
Oh, it's like
the
those-
head,
Oh yeah,
head's
the
really
SD,
big.
Super
yeah,
deformed.
SD, super deformed
You
ones. Yeah.
love that shit,
and
huh?
I
Actually, I don't love those.
Oh,
I
okay.
think those were meant for kids. I used to love those. I used to
Yeah.
have quite a lot of those.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Those are fun, and they're
Yeah.
designed so that like you don't have to have nippers to cut them out.
Oh, it was so
they
easy
push
to
out.
make, and it was really cheap compared to the
Oh yeah,
actual.
yeah. They're like under
yeah.
$10 sometimes,
Yeah.
So that's those are. I did for when I was first diving into
Yeah.
all that shit. I fucking
I just,
tried some of those.
Yeah, I just liked how they looked because head's big.
They're
and-
weird, huh?
Yeah.
No.
It's
But it-
fun look, I think.
But you have to do a lot of painting to make them look like the box fucking version.
Oh, I guess so. I remember they came with like a set of stickers.
Yeah,
that
a
you're
big old
supposed
sticker
to, Yeah,
sheet. Yeah.
apply.
But I guess when you're younger, it's cool. But then once
Yeah,
you become
yeah.
a discerning
Yeah.
adult, you're just kind of like, oh, these
No,
stickers.
because it's really meant for like little kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but once you start playing it with too much, then like stickers starts peeling off,
yeah.
which is kind of
and
disappointing.
the polycaps fucking start wearing out. So, Bandai. Anyways, what's your top 5, Eric?
Okay, I'll give it a try. Number 5 would be the little shout out by Michael Malice on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh, that was great. Yeah, to
Yeah.
Sean Chow.
Yeah, Sean Chow, and they mentioned Giant Robot.
Nice.
And,
Chow.
Do you know him?
And had young Jamie pull up the
The fucking Sean Chow
Chow's,
work, yeah.
at Google, and it's cool. Michael Malice, I know him a little bit. Sure, he's come to the store and so on. And
Who is he?
He is the expert on North Korea, among many other things. He's a journalist, but I mean, he shows up.
You told me about him
Yeah,
before.
he shows up like on CNN, Fox News, and a bunch of things.
Oh,
Whenever
wow.
there's a North Korea thing, he's one of the
Oh,
experts.
so he's like a super legit.
Yeah, so he's a go-to guy on North
wow.
Korea.
Wow.
So he's a journalist, but yeah.
Oh, cool.
So he wrote about Kim Jong-un. He knows a lot of shit
Oh, wow.
in general. So I guess that's why he works pretty well on a Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
He's just got a lot of knowledge.
I wonder if he knows Blackpink or he's a fan of Blackpink.
I wonder.
He may know, but who knows?
Who knows?
It seems like, but he's pretty fast, like witty and fast. So
Yeah.
he's good to have on a podcast, I think. And he does his own podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he's from New York, so he actually came into the store and stopped in, said hello,
Yeah.
and then he goes, he said, wait, did I see him on a Monday? I forgot when I saw him, but then, he said he's going to be on the Joe Rogan podcast, and then he sent me a text and said, hey, I shouted you guys out on the podcast, and I was
Oh,
like,
that's awesome.
yeah, he told me ahead of time. I didn't know. I was like, oh my God,
We should have him on the podcast.
someday, yeah, but
You know.
or be on his podcast, even better, because I think his is pretty big.
Yeah, but like, you know.
Like he's on some network, you know. But yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, so that was number 5. That was first time I've ever heard Giant Robot mentioned on a Joe Rogan podcast.
Congratulations.
That's awesome.
I'm sure the
man.
word giant and robot was used somewhere, but not together.
No.
No. No. Yeah, anyway, whatever. But Joe Rogan didn't say it. He was sitting there going, "What's a diorama?" That's the first thing he said. Right? He actually said that. What's a diorama? What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. He didn't know what that was.
Yeah.
And they did mention cause. Actually, before they mentioned, because they were talking about art, and then all of a sudden cause did get a mention there.
Of course.
Yeah. Like,
course.
and Joe Rogan didn't know who that was either. But then I think the Jamie guy said, "Oh, that's cause, KWS."
Yeah.
And they talked about that for just a moment. The X on the
I
eyes.
I honestly think Joe Rogan likes to play it dumb so it could be explained. And I think that's a really smart move on the podcast.
Sure.
You know, like, you know, he kind of like, I think he approaches it from the view of the everyman.
Or he's high, and he just
You know,
forgot.
he's obviously fucking high.
And he forgot.
But like, you know, if you're going to start talking about complicated issues or things that are like not common knowledge, you know, you need someone to kind of like force the person who's bringing it up to explain it. You know,
even though you know about it.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
you know, at least that's
Could be.
that's my
No,
my
that's a way to go.
theory.
Yeah.
You know,
Make them talk.
yep,
Yeah. Make your guests talk.
yep.
That's what we were doing. We're like, Luke, don't you miss me? The answer was just no. No. Didn't work out. That was my attempt right there. Be a journalist. Didn't work out. I just said no. You didn't take the bite. Yeah, didn't work out. Anyway, so
Fail.
number 4, we kind of touched upon it, was, I guess I'm going to put it in this, among other things I watched, Don't Fuck With Cats.
Oh,
Oh,
so-
you saw it.
It was,
that was
it was interesting, but
weird.
then the whole thing was, I guess, am I wrong that the internet sleuthing team, actually, they weren't even needed, right?
Right? No, they weren't.
Like,
really
ultimately, all that info was found out by...
No, actually, I think
because they didn't help out.
I think they did to a certain degree. Like, you know, though it was never really fully admitted by the Canadian.
Because they made it sound like they found all that info on their own.
Okay, so there was. Did you watch it?
Because they
Yosuke?
found they
Yep,
found
I
they found the
did.
guy's name. They found the clues in that the garbage. They found his name in there. Like, they found everything.
Well, here's one thing that I missed it on that, like, you know, documentary, and I apologize to anyone if I'm, like, you know, spoiling it.
oh, fuck that! You should have watched it by now.
Yeah, you should have watched it by now. It's on fucking Netflix. Get with it, you know. But the thing is that, like, there was a moment where it's like, you know, the woman suddenly gets a message from someone saying, "Oh, you should be looking up Luca. What's his name? You know,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
like, who gave him that name?
Right.
They never fucking like get into that."
Yeah, I don't think they did. But then ultimately, the police, though, they found the name because it was on a strip of paper.
Right, but the
So
thing is,
they didn't even need him.
they found the name by episode 2.
Right.
The name,
Yeah.
the police was.
Oh yeah, they knew ahead of time, but they weren't able to share it with like it didn't work out, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's just weird. It's like you can
But, like,
almost
but-
cut them out of the whole
no,
story,
but the
and
thing
it would
is
have been
that they never explained who was able to make the connection between, you know, because they found the name, like, you know, by the second video of like cat murdering,
Right.
you know, that happened, you know,
Yeah.
and
It was interesting though, like
did Luca, what's his name, fucking give them the name?
I think that was a theory, right? I think that was a theory, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
remember.
Ultimately, though, it's like, man, that internet sleuthing was kind of amazing. Like that was just neat to see.
Yeah.
And that was a documentary of its own. But then ultimately, like they didn't solve the crime at all.
Well,
or
maybe they
didn't
did
you know?
because they were reaching out to the Canadian police.
But then they had all that info on their own. They obtained it anyway.
no, not really, because
did.
But wasn't the point also like if they listened to
That would have been better, but they didn't.
Right.
But then they found it all out anyway on their own.
yeah,
That's what I got out of
no,
it.
well, the thing I got was that like the police did not have the video of the murder.
They didn't.
Yeah, and they provided the police department with that video.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, because
that wasn't
the
online?
detective came in and they had that one little group had the video burnt onto a DVD,
Right.
and she watched it, and you know,
Did you guys know about this
no,
thing
I totally
before
missed it.
the Netflix?
No, I didn't know about this crime at all.
Right, me neither.
Yeah.
It was like the first time hearing about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was weird because I thought I would, you know, like this sounds crazy enough where I thought I'd hear
Like,
about
yeah,
it,
yeah.
and I didn't. And I was kind of like, how can I have missed this?
Yeah,
I
Canada
know.
keeps their shit on lock,
Wow.
I guess.
Yeah,
Because I was surprised that I didn't like even hear anything or
yeah. But it was interesting how the internet crew just kind of worked on it, like how diligent they were and
Right.
how much they tried and
how much free time they had.
Yeah, that too. Well, that's part of it. You know, they probably worked all night though. You know.
I guess so.
Yeah,
maybe.
but they worked all night maybe, and just
Right.
it was just like it was
Yeah.
crazy,
Yeah,
and how much thought they went into, and I don't know. I
Right.
thought it was interesting.
it was a good one.
That part was neat, but then I was like, oh, it was like a disconnect though.
Yeah.
And then ultimately, the guy sort of just did it to himself, right? He wanted to get caught almost. So
Well, then
I mean, he started running was neat when he started. I don't know, just kind of like I was kind of like, okay,
Well, then they also had the video of the chick's workplace. You know.
Yeah.
You know, and like, was that Luca or was that someone else?
oh that thing, yeah, it was weird, huh?
Yeah, like there's a lot of unanswered questions
Yeah.
in that
Yeah.
video.
That was
You know,
interesting. You're
so,
right about that part.
You know.
That dude Luca's voice was really low.
Yeah.
That was weird.
He talked low.
I didn't. I was just like, that's weird, you know. Yeah, and it was interesting. I was like,
Yeah.
hey, why is that?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't expect that.
Yeah,
No, it's a good
Yeah.
one.
that was
Yeah.
a trip.
Kind of want to watch it again now.
Yeah.
Not really.
Oh,
but, like,
yeah. I
you
don't know
know.
if you want to go back to that, but
No.
it's interesting though.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's neat. I mean, how many more crimes are there out there that they can make a similar documentary on? You know, because this crime was bad, but there's worse, right?
So
Yeah.
here's
There's
the,
much worse than that all the time, and then it's like that one got a documentary.
So here's the question: did you look up any of those videos?
No,
Uh,
did you?
No.
Oh, why? You didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck.
No. Well, it's
I didn't
like,
wanna look.
I
Yeah.
before
I didn't care.
I remember like maybe like if you were talked to me like 15 years ago, I would have looked. You know, I would have looked at like
I did look for the woman though, just to see if I could
If
find
she
her
was-
online on Facebook.
Is she still on Facebook?
I couldn't find her, so
Yeah, she's probably gone.
Yeah.
You know, like once you like
Well,
like,
her name was that weird. Was it Body Moving?
Body Moving.
I was-
Baudi.
Yeah, yeah. And I was kind of looking. I didn't see it, so
Yeah.
I'm sure there's fake ones that maybe, but
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. You know, I mean, like, I was just thinking, like, you know, younger me would have looked, but like older me, just
well, you were entertained, and you're like, all right, shutting it off.
all right. That's
Move
good.
on, next.
Moving on.
Next,
Yeah,
right?
I don't think I need to see like suffocating cats. I don't need to see cats being swallowed by snakes.
Yeah.
No.
I don't need to see a guy being ice picked. So
Ugh.
Yeah. Poor guy.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
you know, and the best part was the reveal for the at the very end for the guy, the guy he kept on blaming.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the lawyer guy?
No. It's like it's always it's this one guy who's forcing me to do these things.
Oh, yeah.
What was the guy's name? I forgot.
Martinez something?
No.
Like had
Yeah.
like a Latino last name.
Yeah,
though,
it had a
right?
Latin kind of name to it, but like
Right.
it was all just reference to fucking
the, what
that
was the movie?
We see it. We're old. We just forgot everything.
Yeah. What's her name?
What? I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't remember at all.
It was some old movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
forgot.
Basic.
Basic Instinct.
Oh, Basic
Yeah.
Instinct with Sharon
Sharon Stone.
Right.
Yeah.
Basic
Yeah.
That was really
Instinct.
weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was. Yeah, I guess that was weird. It was weird.
Yeah, like I guess he just was. Well, I mean, like the mother even admitted that the son obsessed over that movie.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and wanted to be like get caught like just like that or type of thing. Or
yeah,
that's weird.
yeah, it's weird.
Weird. And then who made him do it? This invisible. Do you think that's bullshit? Someone made him do all this stuff.
Well, you know the
It's
thing.
bullshit.
Yeah, no, it's totally bullshit.
But I
because-
mean, he could have made that
Yeah, but it's
person in
bullshit.
his
I
head.
know, but it's
though, right?
bullshit.
Like a split. I don't know.
well, like the one piece of evidence that he has that says that there might be some legitimacy to the story is the third hand in the snake video.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But that could have just easily been the owner of the snake.
right.
You know.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. But then that owner of the snake should have came forward and said, "Hey, that was my hand, and I was there." And
Well, he probably
I
doesn't.
mean, because that's a big ass snake, man. Like, how many people have that? Like a big ass snake that big?
No, not
was
too many people,
massive.
but like the few people that I've known who've owned albino pythons, like I think it's a python
That shit has
or
to be,
albino boa, like are like the kind of people that would like have no problem feeding small mammals to it.
Right.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah,
there you go.
there it is.
Don't fuck with cats. Number 4.
Don't fuck
Okay.
with cats.
Number 4. Well, number 5. Oh, no, number 3. Sorry, went the wrong way. Yeah, I'm gonna talk too about 2020. 2020, the new year.
Yeah.
Yeah, starts off with a nice drone shot in Iran. Right, that's pretty early on. That's like a big significant thing that happens in 2020.
Yeah.
That's the way to start off the year.
the politics.
We did have beautiful sunsets though here in LA for like 5 days in a row, like amazing. So that's the weirdest thing is, I was like every day at 5, I was like I could look outside of the store and I'm like, wow, look at the color of the sky. Like I can see the reflections and it's like pink, and I'm like, oh shit, and the ground is all pink, right?
That's
From the
awesome.
reflection. So I was looking at it every day and I'm like, I go into Reddit Los Angeles and I'm like, oh, people are posting pictures of it and like getting upvotes and you know what I mean? People are just tripping out on it because it's just like crazy. It's like a phenomenon almost, right? And it happened like 5 days in a row, except there was a miss. One day it didn't happen. And then, so like every other Redditor, I go out and I take a picture of it. I do it on, I write, oh, it's on Sawtell and all this stuff. And I just write that. So I check back and I don't know, 20 minutes later, I had 7 upvotes, right?
Yeah.
Like 7. And then like, I checked it 24 hours later after that. I'm like, oh, I'll just see what happened. It's at 0. So I got downvoted by people, I think, just for having posting a sunset photo. I think people just got so sick of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Everybody was posting it.
There was a lot of postings every
Oh, I
day,
see.
like 6 maybe or 8. And I'm like, oh, but they're so good and they're in different places. And yeah, mine started off with some and then I got all negative. That's weird. I was like, Reddit's so weird. So I'm
Right.
like, fuck that. I'm not posting anymore there.
I don't try
I give up.
I don't post on
Yeah,
Reddit at
yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 2020, is it going to be a big year? I don't know. I just kind of roll
Right.
with it. Is it going to be a good decade? I hope so.
It's gonna be I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be an interesting year because come fall of 2020
What, elections?
election.
Yeah, we'll have elections.
yeah.
And yeah.
I'm excited.
What do you think is going to happen? Homie's going to get reelected? There's a big chance of that.
There's a pretty big. I'm ready for that.
Yeah,
I'm totally fine.
I feel
with that.
like that's at least 50-50, which I mean, like maybe more. It might be like 70-30.
All I can say is if Trump
Yeah.
gets reelected, the news will be really interesting for 4 more years.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's like the one like benefit of it all, and like I mean, I'm lucky. We're lucky. Well, Yoskay's not lucky, but but Eric and I are lucky because we live in California.
Yeah.
Right.
We live in a democratic social majority, a super majority here. So
Yeah.
like,
I'm all red.
conservatives can fucking like bitch and moan about all they want, and it means nothing here.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. But
So
all I hope for is just to do a bunch of hopefully good exhibitions in 2020.
yeah.
That's kind of like, the store will do its store thing. I hope to make a lot of stuff, like just fun products
You've been
and stuff.
but you've been on that. You've been doing
but
that.
I want to keep doing just a little more, and then just hopefully do have some fun exhibitions. And but the thing is, that's just like what I do every year. So that's not like, all of a sudden 2020 is different.
New decade,
I feel like I'm doing exactly what I was going to do in 2018 and 2019. So in that way, it's not too different. I'm trying to think what's different about it for me, and I can't really think of what's different, but I wish it was. And maybe I'll think of something that's...
Well, as soon as it gets different, it's going to become a real serious pain in your ass.
That's still like something okay about that, I think I'd welcome that anyway.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I
but
do.
like consistency is something that like we all kind of crave to a certain degree too.
Yeah, but then once you get there, I think I've been pretty consistent. I'm like, oh man, I gotta do something a little different because time seems to be moving way too fast as a result. Like like my life is right now, it's art show by art show by art show. So like my year is broken up into like 15 art shows.
Right.
But then like I'm like, okay, so second week, here's what I do. It's like I work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You know what I'm saying? It becomes too much of a routine.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, time to make the postcard for the next show.
Right.
Promote it here. Then it kind of recycles itself. It almost becomes cookie cutter. So in a way, maybe there's something more I should be seeking at this point.
You should be seeking someone to do some of those things.
Yeah, but there's a lot of things, and I still am doing it. I'm doing all these things, but it's maybe I should do even more.
No, you should find someone to fucking do it for you.
Those things?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't take that much time. It's just I said that's routine. That's easy.
Yeah, but
that's
the thing is that like
I'm not. If I don't do that, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to watch Blackpink videos. Seriously,
you know what? You'll be stoked.
Yeah, okay.
Because they're fucking great.
Okay, so that's what I'll probably end up doing.
They're totally great. Right. Like they're dazzling. It's like literally the shiniest keys on YouTube.
Wow. Alrighty. Okay, so that was
In
number
Korean
3. Number 2 and 1. I guess I can just talk about. I mean, I like a lot of other people. I saw Star Wars finally.
Oh yes,
saw Star Wars, and I actually enjoyed it. Had a good time. I didn't read the hate on it. Like I didn't read up on it. Like
there's a lot of hate on it.
There's a lot of hate.
It seems like it, but
really?
I actually enjoyed it. I'm fine with it. I had a good time.
It's not as bad as the previous movie, The Last Jedi.
That one's the bad one, right?
Oh, yeah,
the 3, that's the bad one.
Of
right?
the three, that's the one that has the most hate. But like,
really?
there's a lot of like, there's this great list of 21 things that like are like not good about.
Wow. But so where would the Star Wars this version rate in all of Star Wars? I mean, is it better than George Lucas's 3? The second set of 3 that he kind of worked on?
Yes.
Is it better than that?
I think so.
Then you know what? Then that's fine. Then that's good enough. Like, is it supposed to be better than the first 3? Like Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back, and the original Star Wars? Probably not.
You know what?
It's not supposed to be better than that.
Here's the thing:
let's pretend that that's not going to ever happen.
But it had the potential of being really good, and I think the
it's a Disney movie now, though. It's totally different, man.
Yeah, but like the thing is that like the original trilogy wasn't really designed to be like anything more than just good sci-fi entertainment too.
Yeah.
But there was so many elements to it that gave it like a deeper philosophical narrative.
Right.
And I I kind of feel like with the first one, the Force Awakens that JJ did, like he was kind of walking a similar path.
Sure, he grew up with that. He's the fan of that.
Yeah, But like it was
that's why I'm like, okay. I mean, he's the right guy to make these. I think
it was the next one was the one that just fucking threw all of it into a fucking
it's a mess.
That
one to me is like that one's bad.
Yeah,
right. That's a bad one.
So like there's a lot of talk about the fact that like there is the J.J. Abrams cut of the movie. And then there's the final cut of the movie, and a lot of the things that JJ had planned for the movie were cut because of Disney fears and this and that, which is the reason why the movie is inconsistent. And the actual like the JJ's cut of the movie is supposed to be like 3 hours and 20 minutes long.
Do you think that will ever come out?
Yes, yeah. There's been a lot of talk about it coming out. So
there you go.
We'll see.
Yay. Okay, wait. And then I saw Jojo Rabbit.
Oh, how was that?
That was cute and good.
I had
Oh,
a
I
friend of
didn't know
mine
that.
told
I
me it
liked
was
it.
complete shit.
No,
and
I thought it was
so,
fine.
Um,
Yeah, it was cute and fine.
What is that? Like
It's
animation movie?
no, it's a
It's a-
kid in Nazi Germany, basically.
It
Oh,
was,
okay.
But it looks a
who was
little-
the director?
some crazy-
Tika
yeah,
or
I don't know.
Taiko.
I'm not gonna try.
YTT or something like
Yeah.
that. He did like a bunch of the
Looks like-
Mandalorian episodes.
Looks like
too.
a Wes Anderson movie. Is kind of
Oh.
what it looks like.
Okay.
He
it's
also
really
did
cute.
Thor Ragnarok.
Oh,
That's
you
a good
know.
one.
Yeah.
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 Nonetheless, I enjoyed it. I'd give it a thumbs up, and I don't know, probably gonna win an award or whatever it is. So I'm good with that.
Oh, you know what was great? I forgot. It was the fucking Golden Globes
I didn't see
I
that.
didn't
with
see it.
what's his name?
Ricky Gervais.
Yeah. That was
talking
great.
all this great shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I didn't watch it
ripe
either.
Good shit.
But like I saw his monologue and
Yeah.
that
Oh.
made me fucking laugh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Talk shit about Hollywood. Way to go.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
0 of the top
Yeah.
5.
And then I saw 1917, which
Oh, how was that?
good.
Dude, you just fucking like plowed movies.
Yeah, all in a week. But
Oh, wow.
1917 was it's almost like Saving Private Ryan.
But I
right?
heard it's like has created the illusion to make it look like it was all this one consistent camera
You know what?
shot.
If that
Oh,
was if
like
that was
the-
if that was so, I didn't even notice that.
What
I
was
didn't
it,
know
like
that.
a Birdman? Like
Like it was a
Yeah.
constant like camera was constantly moving.
I never-
it
you know
didn't
what?
cut.
I didn't even
Oh.
notice that. Actually, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Wow. But all I know is no wrong turns made. It's like a video game. Just fucking ran right through it. Is he going to make it? Yes or no? Yes, of course he's going to make it to the end, right? It's like Saving Private
fucking
Ryan.
spoiler alert.
Oh, come on. Is he going to make it or is he going to die in the first 5 minutes? No, he's going to make it to the end. Of course he's
Well,
going to make it.
He could fucking make it all the way to the fucking third act and then fail.
No, come on. That's not even a movie then. No. Of course he makes it. Duh. Like he has to. So he makes it all the way to the end. It's like a video game, but it's like doesn't make a wrong turn.
Yeah, but it's not
makes
a
it all the way
superhero
through.
movie. Like fucking Thor doesn't save. Thor doesn't. It's not a fucking superhero.
All I know
movie.
is overrated. B minus.
overrated.
B minus.
1917.
Yep. B
B
minus.
minus.
Yep. B minus.
All right.
Yep.
I'll wait for it to show up on the streaming sites.
Yeah. I mean, beautiful, looks amazing, all that stuff, but B minus.
Wow.
Yeah. Of course he makes it. Duh. What else is he going to do? Like, it's just, I don't know. I was just like, this is all?
So
I was
haven't-
expecting more. I thought it was going to be special, and I was just like, Saving Private Ryan's better than this.
So I haven't seen
And that's
like,
not even good either.
Saving Private Ryan,
Do you,
but I'm
do you-
guessing
do you think he
gets
makes it?
Saved.
Do you think he makes it? Yeah, duh, right? It's like, does he make it in Saving Private Ryan? Yeah.
So Ryan's okay.
Yeah, but you know what? For the first 20 minutes of that movie, you're under the impression that that Ryan was Tom Hanks, and then suddenly you realize about like after the fucking storming of Normandy that it isn't, and that's a twist.
I didn't even notice that. Is that true? Is that what they were trying to make it look like?
No,
I never
but,
thought
I don't
that.
think they were really fucking trying to, but like but like they do this fucking like
Never
cut
thought
where
that.
it's like they have the old man walking through the fucking memorial for D-Day, like in modern era with and then. Like
Man, fuck that.
he
That's
like
like
he
shitty
kind
Hollywood.
of like he collapses on the fucking like the tombstone.
I miss you.
And
He
then
misses
fucking
somebody.
like as soon as his eyes look up, it
Fuck that.
transitions to fucking Tom Hanks's eyes. So you kind of have this like feeling like,
That's-
oh, the old guy.
that sucks.
That old fucker is fucking Tom Hanks.
That sucks.
But nope, it's Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
It all sucks. All right. That's a bad way to end my top 5, so fuck that. But okay. Now you know. I saw all that shit.
Did I ruin it for you? Was it me?
No. The whole thing, it was just not even a good topic. 1917 is a bad way to end it because I didn't think it was all that great.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boo.
boo.
Yeah.
Well, at least I know. I mean, like because I was genuinely curious about that movie.
Go watch it.
I'm
Save your money.
no, I'm not a big.
He makes it.
I'm
That's
not.
all.
I'm not a World War I fucking.
Either am
like,
I.
fan,
Either am I.
so-
But it was just more like the story. It's like, where's he going? Oh, he's going over there. Is he gonna make it? Yes. Is he gonna go through hell to get there? Yes.
Do they like the like fucking chlorine gas shit and stuff like that?
Chlorine gas? No.
Yeah, that was a big World War I thing.
There was no chlorine gas.
What is that?
It was like one of the first chemical weapons that were used, and
Okay.
like
It wasn't there.
Yeah.
No. They
Oh,
forgot.
so
They
it's
forgot.
like a poisonous gas.
They
Yeah,
forgot.
it's
They
a
forgot. They
point.
forgot to include it.
Come on, World War One, fucking people. You gotta have fucking chlorine gas.
Yeah, they forgot. Oh well. Okay. Anyway, that's my top 5.
All right. Yosuke.
Woo! Okay, my top 5.
You had plenty of time to think about it now.
I know. First one, I guess my number 5. I think it's Mari Inukai's birthday today. So happy birthday, Mari!
Happy birthday, Mari!
Happy birthday.
We all love you.
Yes.
So shout out to Mari.
Nice.
Yay.
I hope I texted her, but I haven't heard back. She said arigato. So it is her birthday.
Oh.
Yay. Number 4, I'm working on a mural in Little Tokyo, right around 2nd and San Pedro.
Oh, nice.
Union Bank. I started on Monday, so that's fun.
Awesome.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Damn.
It's a big one too.
17 by 70. So it's
Wow.
panoramic mural.
It's on brick.
Which is kind of pain in the ass.
I remember seeing like kind of across from whatchamacallit, Complex Con. You're like something that you had done like in Long Beach. That was huge.
That thing was, but at least that didn't involve with like this super textured brick wall.
Oh.
Cause my wrist is so fucking. I
Use
know.
the
Time
cans.
like this, I really wish I knew how to handle a spray can.
Nothing
but-
wrong with fucking like trying it.
Yeah, but I didn't know the surface till I got at the location, and I was like, oh fuck. Yeah, it's like the worst kind of surface that brush painter can.
You know what?
deal
You would
with.
do great with cans.
Yeah, I don't know. I tried it a few times, but I just couldn't. I don't know. Get the handle of it. Maybe I should learn it from somebody, or I just watch somebody do it.
You know, I think you just treat it like normal paint, like, and like it could kind of work out. I mean, like, you're not going to be able to get the painterly textures that you get with brush, but the thing is, you'll get the colors, and then the best part about working on with can is that like you can like just go like dark, light, and then dark on top of it, and then light on top of it again, and like the
build up the layers.
The paint is the opacity of the paint is so like dense that like it doesn't like have any like transparency to it. It's kind of, unless you're like, and the only thing they have to watch out for is like if you're using different brands, like if you're using Iron Lac and Montana, like those
you can't mix it together?
Yeah, those paints won't mix.
Oh, really?
So
I
like
didn't know that.
if you're going to do like golden paints,
so you just stick with one brand for mural.
Yeah, I mean not gold. If you're going to use Montana paint,
What happens when they hit each other?
They will like
react
against each other,
Oh,
and
really?
like the
Wow.
paints, it's like oil and water.
But even if it dries, after it dries, it's okay then, right?
After it dries, it might be okay, but like
while it's wet, like you can't.
Yeah, definitely can't do.
If it's the same brand, you can paint over itself even if it's wet.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know.
Oh,
that.
I didn't know that either.
Man, look at all these. We're just graffiti novices, and we're being taught graffiti by Luke.
Oh,
You're the graffiti expert here.
I've had to paint on really like porous walls,
Yeah.
and like so I would just go fuck,
Yeah.
my brush painting. I'm just gonna go with cans, and as soon as I went with cans, I was just like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah.
This is so much fun, and yeah. And it's like it's just kind of like. Yeah, it's, I don't know. And then like you have like different caps, like fat caps do fills, and then you do like, and it's all about understanding cone geometry, like if you want it to be tight, you put the nozzle really close, and if you want it to be like diffused, you pull it as far back as you can. So
yeah. Next time I just have to remind myself to get like a close picture of like, the wall surface before I commit to buying like 6 gallon of paint.
Yeah. Well, and that, I think that's another thing is like, fucking.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, it's fun though. I'm really enjoying it. And since I'm trying to get like a full day, I've been trying to get at the location by 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So I leave Eric's house around like 6:30.
Wow.
So I've been going to bed at 10, waking up at 6. I feel like a monk.
Isn't there like fucking like crazy traffic on the way toward downtown?
Nope. No, not at
That's too early.
6:30.
Yeah, he's too early.
And
He's
it's kind of
beating
nice
traffic.
too, cause like I get to see like the sky change the color a little bit.
Oh yeah.
So it's been like a really nice drive.
It changes very Yoskay colors.
On the way home, it's just shit show.
Right.
Yeah, but besides that, it's been okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's my number 3. No, number 4. Number 4.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Number 3. I think I have to say Eric's the extension. What do you call that? Dojo? Eric?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Like an art dojo. It's been nice to be able to stay with in that Eric's like extension space that he
Nice.
built.
It looks nice.
Yeah, like Terada-san stayed there before, and James Jean did his big paintings down there.
Yeah.
So and it's just nice. Like I don't know. Like it's so cool that Eric went out of his way and spent money to build something like that, so he can host.
That's my idea.
He can host like his artist friends. I think it's I don't know. It's yeah.
Tell him, Eric, whose
Yeah.
idea was it?
It's been super chill. So thank you, Eric. Yeah. Yeah.
You're welcome.
But no,
what?
but it is so cool though. Like you build that whole space. For
Okay,
your,
let me tell you a fucking
artist
story.
friends.
Let me tell you a little story,
Okay.
Yoskay. And because so you know how the house, what this house was like.
Yeah.
Before the extension.
It's all a lie. A lie is coming up, everybody.
Yeah. I remember like talking to Eric and I'm like, oh, you know what you should do? You should fucking like, build like a gallery space up in the front part because like, the house is pushed all the way into the back of the lot,
right.
and then you could just like do fucking private shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can make it fucking fancy and like, like dodge taxes and whatever.
So what was that the initial plan, Eric?
I don't know. Not really, but something like that.
Well, I mean, like, I didn't suggest the tax dodging,
yeah,
the tax dodging
deduction,
thing, but like, I envisioned it like, because like, it's not like in an actual like public business space, if people paid for paintings in cash, it's like,
You could do that anywhere in the world, though.
what?
You could do that anywhere in the world.
Yeah, but the thing is that you don't have to pay rent for it because
Oh, I
it's
see.
on your space.
I see.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
But
Low
the
overhead.
rent is paid a different way in that way, though.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
It might even be more expensive than rent.
Mm.
Ultimately.
Yeah, but like at the end of the day, it's still your space.
Yeah, that's
know.
that's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like to give myself a little bit of credit for that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah. Anyways.
So that was my number 3. Number 2. I'm pretty sure neither of you guys care about this, but John Frusciante, he returned to Red Hot Chili Pepper, and I'm fan of Chili Peppers, but I'm more fan of John. So I'm just excited that John's back in the group, and like,
Nice.
I'm looking forward to see like what he does.
Why do you like him? Like what? Because he's a guitar player.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like I just like his solo project that he does. Like I just enjoy his. I don't know. I play guitar a little bit, but I really do enjoy playing like his melody and like his riffs.
Did he write a lot of the songs then?
Yeah,
With
yeah.
them?
I mean,
Because he was a replacement, right, to begin with.
yeah,
He's not the original guy.
from the Hillel Slovak.
Yeah, Hillel Slovak, right?
Yeah. He was the original guitar player, but John joined the band when he was 19 after Hillel passed away.
Yeah,
Yeah. Then he actually quit the band twice before this.
yeah.
First time like he went on like heroin binge for like 7 years.
Wow.
Then he came back. Then he left again around like 2007 or something. Then he's back again. So,
Wow.
like most of my favorite Chili Peppers songs that like has John on it. So
Cool.
What did he do? Like, was he like responsible for like like all the like popular stuff from
Yeah,
1991 or 92?
a lot of the popular stuff that's played on radio, like Scar Tissue, Under the Bridge,
Right.
Salt Squeeze.
Yeah.
Californication,
Yeah.
like By the Way, then in California, like a lot of those are John.
Oh, okay.
It's John.
Wow, they're like the hits.
Yeah.
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 Like John's like the hit maker. I mean, they released 2 albums after John with this guy Josh Klinghoffer, and I still listen to it, but I did enjoy it. But I don't know. I like having John in there as a guitar player.
Cool.
I'm a true believer in the idea of that, like a band is a distinct, group of people, and like it shouldn't be like, just so easily like switched out, replaced with another musician.
Yeah.
Like
It depends how creative each guy is or person, right? Or each player.
right.
Because Smashing Pumpkins, get rid of that Asian dude, still Smashing Pumpkins. Will be
Yeah.
exactly the fucking same.
Right.
Right.
He was just an Asian guy.
But he's back in Smashing Pumpkins.
They begged for mercy.
Oh.
Let me back.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, it's one of those things that it depends on their, I guess, their chemistry and input.
Right.
I don't know if he had any writing credit whatsoever. So
There's only like 2 like Smashing Pumpkins songs I like, so I don't really give a fuck about them.
Yeah.
So, but like, I never really understood the appeal of them. I always thought
is Metallica fine without their bass player? The Jason Newsted, and now they have this other guy. Are they the same? I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
That's an example. It's like it depends on the the input of that player.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Or I don't know. I mean, like, I just kind of I like to believe that there's something sacred about like an original grouping of people, especially if they create music together that has a social impact.
Mm-hmm. I think the together part's what I'm talking about. Because sometimes it's just one dude going, I got this. I'm doing everything.
Yeah.
Right. Then
you guys are my puppets.
Then they should be credited as session musicians, not as fucking, like band members.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. What's the band? Tame Impala.
I heard of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a type like the singer. He does everything, and like, he composes everything, and the band member plays what he composed and put together.
See, they're called the Tame Impalas.
Right. Well,
He tamed them, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I mean, like some bands play like as bands, right? Like like when they do live shows, they'll like get a bunch of session musicians together and they'll do like shows live. But then when it's they're back in the studio, it's literally just that guy, doing all the the music. Which I guess you could say was with Smashing Pumpkins is fucking Billy Corgan, right?
Yeah, I heard he wrote everyone's parts anyway.
Yeah,
Right.
So he's just regurgitating his work. Yeah. But like a group like the Beastie Boys, that's
irreplaceable.
you would think that's like 3 sort of equal.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And as soon as what's his name, was it Mike D?
They disbanded, right? Basically, they're no longer a band,
Yeah.
right, or something like that.
After he died,
Yeah.
So, but and then like Mixmaster Mike was just kind of there for like one album,
Or 1 or 2, I don't know. Yeah.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
Numero uno, Mr. Yoskay.
I think it's same with you guys. 2020.
It's a new year.
Yeah, new year, new decade.
Yeah.
So
Do you guys do resolutions and stuff?
I did. I was just talking to Eric about it. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but I'm trying to keep myself sober.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
Good luck.
It's a lot of not fun, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that, but it's just like alcohol was my self medication for a long time.
Sure.
And so I'm trying not to touch it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough. I always
Congrats, though.
Yeah.
You
I always feel for
That's what you want to
alcoholics.
do.
It's only been 7 fucking days.
Yeah. Well, better than 6.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Exactly.
And so with that lifestyle, I've been able to read before bedtime because I'm usually way too fucking drunk. to do anything because I usually pass out. I don't go to bed. I pass out.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's been nice that I'm actually sleeping and not passing out.
Cool.
Yeah,
Well, good luck with that.
I know. I hope so. Thanks, Luke.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, like it seems like, I mean, if you're still at a place where you can be able to like go like, all right, want to fucking, try and cut this out,
Yeah.
and you're fine, then like, the things weren't obviously that bad.
Yeah.
But if
guess
you
so.
get like the DTs or you're fucking like,
Yeah, shakes.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that, then,
No, I
then-
never went that far, but
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't helping me in any like productive way of anything. So.
well, then what you kind of soon find out is that like the lack of it also doesn't really help you with productivity either.
I know. I mean, I mean, a lot more productive. I think.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, like, I think I mean, in terms of self productiveness versus deadline-y productiveness, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure about you, but like, the mood swings of, whatever are always real fucking pain in the ass.
Well, at least I've been a little bit better with like emails and stuff. Cause like when I'm hangover, that's the last thing I want to fucking do.
Yeah. I guess I'm like permanently hungover.
Cause that's like I mean, emailing people isn't my favorite things to do anyway. But if you are feeling shitty in the morning, that's like I put it off for a couple of days. Or I don't know.
Yeah. I kind of have to like mark people as like VIPs,
Yeah.
and so I get the notification.
I started using the flag system just like last year.
I tried using the
Yeah.
flags, and it just I'm just like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, so I started doing it last year. It helps a little bit. I mean, at least for me, like I mark certain ones that I need to reply,
Right.
like kind of sooner than later compared to the other emails.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. I wish that they had a colored flag system on like emails for iPhone. Like red, yellow.
Maybe you can probably use a
orange.
different email client or
Yeah.
app or whatever it is, right?
Sure.
Maybe they have it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Who knows?
I
There
don't
might be
know.
one.
Can you even delete the mail app on your phone?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I never
think so
tried it.
either.
But you could use another one, right?
Yeah.
'Cause, like they have Gmail app. You
Right.
could just use that.
Yeah, but
Yeah, if you want.
does that have like a multi-colored flag?
No, I don't
system?
think so. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It's like maybe there's another one besides. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know either. I think that like it's okay. Fucking, if it's really important, they'll text me.
But
They'll find you.
Does this happen to you? Like people email you and you don't answer them for a long time, then they like send you DM through Instagram.
Oh, I
if they
get that.
DM me on Instagram, then I'm definitely not replying to it. I mean, like on time.
Yeah.
I eventually I'll open up Instagram and I'll
Right.
like remember that there's a like if you have to click on like the upper right hand corner section where it's like you have like messages from people
Right.
that you're
Right.
not following.
Oh, there's a new thing that says like primary in general in Instagram.
Oh, that fucked it up even more.
What is that? I don't even know what that is.
I have no
like
fucking
all of a sudden,
clue.
all of a sudden it
So-
appeared, and I'm like, "What is this?" But
I think that's like, I don't know, in a way, like you prioritize like which email you feel it's more important to you
Wow.
compared to the other.
Hmm.
Well, not email, I mean DM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
I use that.
do it's
Yeah.
it's new for me. I just
So-
saw it. I was like, "Hey, what is this?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll find like people posting stories about me that I missed like the day after or whatever all the time.
right.
So it's just like, or then like, or someone will post something and like it's like a picture of like their wall and like something tiny in the little corner.
I get those sometimes.
and
Or like it's like a toy collection on the shelf, and there's
Oh.
so many toys, and mine's like really small, but they still tag you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like it's nice that they tagged
Oh.
you,
Yeah.
but like I'm not gonna repost that, and I probably will just pretend that I ignored it, just because. Like, what's the point? So,
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyway,
So you know what I was thinking yesterday when I was driving on back home? I was put on like some hardcore music and I was just like listening to it, and I was
Like
just,
punk rock, you mean?
kind of,
Okay.
you know, and I was just like wondering like, what happened to aggressive music?
It's probably still there.
Is
Yeah,
it
I think so.
There's still hardcore punk
Yeah.
going on.
new
Yeah,
stuff?
I looked at
I
I
think
was
so.
looking at a story. Somebody who I know a little bit, and I was like, oh, and she just stage dived at a show at like San Diego, like a hardcore show. So they exist still.
Because like, you know,
The scene
like,
goes on without us.
yeah, I'm
That's-
sure,
you
but
know.
like the thing is that, but like I would imagine that we'd like, you know, because of like previous interests and even current interests in like such aggressive, you know, raw kind of sounds like that, like inklings of it would still kind of show up like in, you know, the ether around me, and like none of it
Do you
fucking
know anyone
bo-
that's into that anymore?
not really.
No, right?
But
Yeah.
like, well, I mean, like I'm kind of I'm a little bit interested in it.
Right.
Like, you know, like
Well, you need to say it more into your phone. You start getting ads.
mm,
You're gonna get ads. It's gonna be like, buy the new Bad Brains compilation album. You know?
me hardcore.
Then you end up getting a bunch of like hardcore porn.
Oh yeah, maybe it's gonna be the wrong kind. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
fine with that too.
There's been some, you know, yeah. I haven't, you know, I haven't seen many traces of it either. Though. Now that you mention it, I don't see too much
Like,
of it.
and I
see some metal every so often, but not hardcore like punk. You know,
Yeah,
like
I never liked fucking metal. I always thought metal was fucking lame. Like, you know, like,
I like metal.
Yeah, you know, it's like this weird like fucking mix of like
Depends
like
what kind.
Yeah, I never really got into metal.
There's different
either.
kinds of metal though, right? So it depends which ones.
right.
Yeah.
But like, you know,
Like-
when I think of metal, I think of like Judas, like no, not even, like I think of
Like hair metal, like the
yeah,
80s.
I think of hair
That's
metal.
hilarious. It's like comedic.
I think about like a Metallica.
That's
Yeah.
later. Yeah, that's there too.
Like, that's
a
my
little different kind, but yeah.
image
Yeah,
of
and
metal
Metallica's fine.
music.
What was at least, you know, interesting, but the thing is that like I think of like Poison and
That's hilarious. That's comedy though,
White Snake.
right? Comedy like Rat and Quiet Riot, and it's like comedy. It's hilarious.
you know,
I like it. I mean, I was into it at the time, like Motley Crue.
right.
I liked it at the time, but it's like looking back, it's all like it's humor to me. Like, it's
know,
funny.
You know what?
Like their outfits, it's amazing.
Yeah.
you know,
Like Striper, remember that band
Like
Striper?
what's that? Twisted Sister.
Oh my
yeah.
God! Look at that.
You know,
Those are amazing. Like each one of those are like cartoon characters.
I know what it was for me. I know exactly what it was for me, and that was that like, you know, there was a segment of the children, the younger population that I was surrounded by that I hated. And those people listened to that fucking crap.
Oh,
And because
see.
I hated them, I hated
Hated
the
them.
things that they loved.
They
as well.
associated with
I was the opposite. I liked the metal. I didn't like the R&B. Like the R&B people, I thought was lame, and I thought they were shitty. So I hated R&B. As a result, I was not into R&B. So I was a metal kid who's like, "Fuck that shit! Since you're gonna fuck with me, fuck your shit," you know. So but I liked Iron Maiden. They're rad. They're still kind of rad.
Yeah, it's funny because as soon as I went to college, like, you know, my roommate was I walked into my dorm room and there was just 3 fucking big old Iron Maiden posters.
Iron Maiden's kind of awesome, you know.
I mean, like, you know, I let it go, but by
Yeah.
then I had let it go. But like, you know, it was like that like entire like period of like, you know, just growing up in Fresno and the shitty fucking like rich white trash fucking fucks that like I grew up around. You know, like I hated those people. I actually still like. Do you have a kill list? Like people that you would kill
You mean all these
without hesitation?
You mean all these art people and other gallerists and stuff like that?
No.
I don't.
Like people
I don't.
that like gave you fucking hell, like, you know, growing up.
Oh no.
Yeah, I mean I do.
Really?
You know, so
okay.
like, you know, and
Oh, I thought you meant like, yeah, okay.
you know, like
Because, you know,
people,
there's a bunch of artists and
people
stuff
whom
and-
I will like if I found their graves, I would like drop my pants and piss all over
Whoa.
it. You know.
Whoa.
So, you know, I think I've got a lot of piss, shit, and vinegar in me.
Wow.
You know, and
A kill list, huh? So that's one of the jokes, the bad jokes I would have. Like, there's some people out there, I need a job, man. I want a job. I'm like, there's some people that you could just kill, and I'll give you money if you do that. But then they're just like, they're always like, but I'm like, well, that's a job. I'm willing to pay you. But you have a real list.
Oh, I have a list of people
Yeah.
that I want to see suffer.
So I've had, actually, to be dead honest, I've had that, and one person ended up dying, like of natural causes of
And
some
did you
sort.
cheer them on?
What do you mean?
Did you cheer on their death?
When I found out, yeah, I was kind of like, oh shit, I wanted this person gone, and they fucking died, and I'm just like, I'm not sorry about it,
Yeah.
and I'm not sorry of
I'd be
thinking
fucking
about it.
stoked about that.
I don't know about stoked. I was more like, whoa.
I would be.
I was more like, whoa, like, did I do this? Kind of a vibe, but it's true, I didn't. But I was kind of like, I wished upon it, and it happened, right?
I see. No, I mean,
And I wasn't giving myself a high five or anything. I was kind of like, oh shit, like that happened.
like, nice. At least that's how I would feel.
Wow.
But like, and so it's like I like this entire like section of like people that I grew up around, like, who made my life a living hell.
Right.
Also had like their loves and passions, and because of the association, I fucking hated it all.
Right.
So
how old were you around this time?
between 6 and 17.
6 and 7.
So it's
Same group of people or different?
same type of people.
Same type of people. Got
Yeah.
you.
So growing up in Fresno sucked.
Oh.
I mean, it really sucked. So, I mean, but the thing is that like Fresno changed pretty drastically as soon as I left it.
Oh, okay.
It kind of like, because at the time it was a very like white,
Right.
rich, kind of white, well-to-do group of
I don't
people.
like when people tells me Fresno, that's not what I imagine.
By the time I left in 1991, it
Right.
became very Latino and very like Southeast Asian.
Oh.
Hmong Central.
the Laos,
I
the
see.
Laotian people moved in,
and Armenians too, right?
Yeah, Armenians had always been there,
Yeah.
but like they were kind of like in certain parts of like Fresno that I was
Certain
not around. Right? No, absolutely. It's kind of like how like
Glendale.
Armenians or like live in like Burbank
Glendale.
or Glendale,
Yeah.
and Asians live in San Gabriel Valley or
Right.
Orange County, kind of thing.
Right.
So like in Fresno, like most of other big cities in California had similar kind of segregated kind of things. Now like I do have an old friend who still lives in Fresno, and I often like feel like plan on like like think about like going out there just to check in on him, but like
Oh, I was gonna say, do you miss him? What's going on?
no
Okay.
no,
You're
but
like, you're like, nah.
no, but like I wouldn't mind seeing how he's doing.
Right.
But I would only do it like if I had like another mutual friend,
see.
come along with me, because I could think of other things I'd rather be doing.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
So you haven't been back to Fresno after you left?
Last time I was in Fresno was when I was out there for court.
Oh,
like
gotcha.
I had
Gotcha.
like
It was
some
like 4 years ago or something like that. 3 or 4.
no, that was 10 years ago.
Oh, is it that
Almost-
long?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
Wow.
maybe 12 years, maybe 8 years ago,
Right.
9 years ago. So like, I don't know. Fucking Fresno's like freezing right now, and it's fucking like hot as balls in the summer, and like there's only a very small window in which going out there is kind of comfortable. And
Sounds like Phoenix.
yeah, so how's Phoenix?
Phoenix is all right, man. It's still adjusting. Yeah, it was quite challenging in the beginning because California is just so great. And LA's been my home for, I don't know, like a decade and a plus, I think.
Right.
Yeah, so complete scene of, change of scenery.
You've been here for a lot longer than a decade.
I think so, yeah. And I haven't...
Because I knew you when I was still messed up, and
Yeah.
I've been like sober for almost a decade now.
Okay, maybe like almost like 15 years now.
Yeah, 15
Yeah,
years.
So it was difficult to adjust. I mean, like I said, I think I'm still going through the adjustment period.
Are you finding like any art thing that you fit into, or no?
Not really. I haven't
Okay.
really gone out of my way to check out the art scene or anything. There's a one guy that my friend knows. So I've been trying to.
That's pretty slim right there.
Yeah, link
There's
up-
one guy my friend knows, and I still haven't seen him.
Yes, because I
Well,
don't
it's
know.
a big city.
Yeah, I don't know. From
And there's only one guy.
Well, I mean, it starts with one guy, right?
yeah,
You know.
it's Rio's friend.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so Rio was trying to like link us up, and I don't know. I really should. But I don't know. Sometimes those kind of things are not easiest thing for me to do.
I heard that there was like an interesting art scene out there in like, like that area. Like, Albuquerque.
Okay.
That's New Mexico.
Yeah, it is
But
New
yeah.
Mexico, but
Yeah.
it's pretty. I would think it's like somewhere like in
Yeah.
between, where you're living in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
But
It's been okay. Like, if Chris is listening to this, she'll be so bummed.
you know what though,
But
like
I mean, it's nice to be living with my girlfriend. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Like, we were fighting quite a lot in the beginning, but I think we are like okay now. And I've been cooking a lot, like every day. So that's fun. I really do enjoy cooking. Yeah, so that's been cool. Yeah, but it's just like finding my own
Well, I mean,
place within the communities. Like always takes time, I think.
I think that like that no matter how you cut it, I mean, especially like because of the fact that you like doing the art thing is a very isolationist kind
Right.
of occupation.
Yeah, so I don't fucking meet anybody
You know?
whatsoever. Like I spend an entire day like in my studio, like trying to work. Then like my lady comes home and I cook dinner for us and go to bed and repeat.
Wait, isn't like Lulabelle out there or like
That's not even in Phoenix.
What is that?
It's another.
Lulabelle
It's
Toys?
in another city. I think it's like in Tempe or something.
Oh,
I think. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I
not,
mean,
it's not in
they
Phoenix.
just closed their store. Right?
Oh,
Their
okay.
brick and mortar,
Oh.
but I think they're like.
I think it wasn't in Phoenix though.
Yeah.
It was in another. I think it was in Tempe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I just remembered what I was trying to go with this entire hardcore thing, and that
let's
was
hear it.
and that is that like, has the fluoride in the water really made us so dull, and like, tempered our like anger, made us docile.
Is that what it's supposed to do?
That's what the conspiracy theorists have said.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa. I don't know. No. I don't think so.
I have no idea.
Because like, like I look at my own like current taste in music, and it's all fucking like steady breaks and fucking lo-fi fucking
little anime character just
Yep.
studying for like a decade straight. Yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah,
And I'm just like,
nonstop.
what has happened to me? Like
Huh.
I'm so fucking lame now.
You became a softie.
I did.
Yeah, soft serve ice
But
cream.
is that what happens as you age though? Like,
Yeah, I mean, like it happens as you age, But the thing is
there like somebody out there that's in like 60s, 50s just only listen to hardcore music?
Probably.
yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
sure.
And, they probably drink like some pretty great, like great filtered water that like, pulls all the fucking the fluoride out. But like, yeah, like there was a conspiracy theory that like well, one is not a conspiracy theory, and that is that the fluoride that is in our water is the byproduct of aluminum processing. So it's not even dental grade fluoride. It's just like, they're dumping their chemicals out into our fucking water, and they're going, oh, look, it's water. It's fluoride. It's good for your bones. It's good for your teeth. But like, but then there's also the conspiracy theory that like this fluoride is actually kind of like gunking up our system and making us docile. Like, because the thing is that like you look at the fucking times we live in, they're like fucked. Like things are like, we're about to like, we were flirting with war with the fucking, Iran just fucking yesterday, and like, what's everyone doing? They're sitting around fucking watching Blackpink videos and jerking off. rubbing one out. Instead of fucking getting.
That's what you're doing.
I'm just saying in general. These things are not necessarily associated. But like
you're all black, pink,
or whatever. I mean, like they're not watching Blackpink. I'm watching Blackpink videos, but like they're probably watching fucking like I don't know what like the hot shit is, EXO or fucking some Korean boy band. Do their thing. And like like there's no fucking like weird kind of like revolutionary movement going on to fucking like I mean like the closest thing that we got was the it was Antifa,
What about the Proud Boys?
Oh, the Proud Boys.
Oh, I don't know the Proud Boys.
That's like the opposite.
That's the complete opposite.
That's like the opposite. It's
like
the other extreme.
Nationalists.
Yeah. I guess they're nationalists, or they're.
I don't know.
Just
Is that literally?
They're just a bunch of.
Is that the new fucking punk rock? Is that the new fucking like angry fucking young person? Like, I'm gonna like fucking not jerk off because like jerking off takes away my fucking ability to be aggressive.
Wait, is that what they do?
Yeah,
Proud Boys?
something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
So like it's guess all the jerking off that like seems to happen often in my world is just fucking making me a fucking blob.
I don't know.
So like it just kind of makes me like sad because like like I remember like in the 80s and like during the fucking Reagan era and the Thatcher era, like so much amazing like angry cool stuff was fucking happening and coming to the surface.
Is that because we were just younger and we saw that?
No, because like we didn't have the internet,
right?
we didn't have a way to fucking like that stuff was like that stuff like the public response to that fucking music just fucking like brought it to the fucking forefront. In the 90s we had fucking like grunge and Nirvana.
But I think there's still like some people that are angry enough like making music though. Like Kendrick Lamar still makes like angry music about how fucked up everything is, and same thing as like people like J. Cole or I don't know. It's just not like loud. I mean, I guess some of Kendrick's music could be like aggressive.
See, I don't know any Kendrick Lamar. But I think
tell it, Yoskay. What else is there?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, that's a person I can think of, like, still, I don't know, voicing out his concerns and society.
Felix Galvan mentions, well, Rage Against the Machine is getting back together.
Oh, really?
For the angry mob. So it's happening.
I didn't know that.
Oh.
There you go. And John Frusciante just joined the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah,
that's just to write more hits.
Yeah, fucking Red Hot Chili Peppers lost their fucking aggressive edge.
Yeah, they drink too much fluoride. Too much fluoride. They put fluoride in their anus.
They're from the tap,
But I do enjoy their radio hits. So they're more melodic.
He started singing once he just had too much. He snorted fluoride. Started singing from his weird rap to singing.
Anthony, he can't really sing. I've seen him like perform really badly.
He can't rap either, so he's just doubly fucked.
Oh, yeah. Poor Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm a fan of John, so I'm just excited for him.
Yeah. So, Angry Bananas, that's Carlos. He asks, what type of food are you cutting back this year? Are you going just forward with food, or are you cutting anything back?
I'm kind of just being a little bit more mindful of how much meat I consume.
That's great.
You're just going to eat less meat?
I think I want to eat more vegetables.
Yeah.
You should.
That's a good call.
That's, that's...
But for what reason?
Dietary fiber.
Okay, but not just to be more plant-based and,
dude,
environment.
The window of opportunity for us to enjoy the fucking world we grew up in is getting smaller and smaller and smaller.
Yep.
I'm going to enjoy it as much as I can.
All I know is I ate at Soup Plantation, and I ate mostly veggie food, and I just had the gnarliest gas ever.
Fucking Soup Plantation.
There you go.
Like fucking like.
There you go. But mostly, I mean, I didn't eat the fucking pizza or the mac and cheese or the pasta, and I didn't eat all the fucked up shit. I tried to eat like tomatoes.
What the fuck were you doing in Soup Plantation, man?
I just wanted to try it, and it was okay. As long as you don't eat. If you eat the wrong things there, it's really bad.
Yeah.
There's stuff you could eat that's really simple and clean. And then there's things that are just like gnarly. I'm like, whoa, don't eat that.
Right.
Don't eat that mayonnaise mess right there, whatever that thing is. Don't eat it.
No, I don't.
So-
I don't do soup plantation.
Yeah, it's good once in a while, but then usually you mix up everything and it's like, oh, that's bad. Anyway, so that's a good call.
Any more fun comments going on?
I don't know.
On the fucking
Yoskay,
YouTube?
are there any foods you're cutting back on?
Like you kind of like set the bar up pretty high for like making Eric and I feel pretty bad about ourselves.
But
This is Yoskay. This is Yoskay-isms.
No. But I over the holiday, I had a major cheat days.
Yeah, it's the holidays, man.
No, and also I went to Christy's parents' house. So once I'm at their parents' house, and her mom's.
You don't want to
cooking.
offend.
I don't want to be like, oh, you spent 6 hours making this soup noodle. By the way, I can't, So I ate a lot of pork and turkey and all that stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Was it good?
Oh, it was fucking great. Like, I never had home cooked Vietnamese food,
Right.
but they are so fucking good.
Yum.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, another question from Angry Bananas is what do you guys want to see artists do different this year? Which is kind of, I was like, like that's an odd one because I know you guys worry about yourself and probably not so much about others, right?
Yeah, I don't give a shit about anybody else but myself. So.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about artwork. It's like, it's like.
No, yeah, I mean that's what I meant. Like
do you care about what others do with their art? I mean,
no,
to an extent.
No,
right?
I mean, like
just let them do what they want to do. Right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like that's like the
How
thing.
about I just want to see them not suck as much. How's that? I'm talking about artists. I mean, there's tens of thousands of artists. You guys are like two of those, right?
Yeah.
So I want most of the other 9,900 and whatever aren't so good,
Oh, I want to see like
There's a lot.
I want to see like a less
Get
of,
better.
Less of like IP based art.
Less pop culture, as they call it. Some people just call it pop culture.
I'm actually fine with it because I kind of feel like it just kind of makes them stand out as being that.
Oh, I see.
It's like, oh, you're that. All right. Well, I don't have to fucking pay attention to you. Let me like see like what is really going on, like with the people with who are
so that weeds,
have quote unquote integrity.
So you're saying that weeds some people out?
Oh, absolutely.
Because like if there's a Thor movie, they're doing Thor. They're
if
in their
fucking,
style, right?
If you're doing
in their style,
like
they're doing
fucking
Thor,
like 10 different fucking Baby Yodas right now, then like
Yoda.
I will unfollow you.
Right.
I don't need another Baby Yoda other than the Baby Yoda that is on fucking television in my life.
Right.
I mean, like you're entitled. Everyone's entitled to do one Baby Yoda.
Okay.
But but you make it count. Don't fucking
But are there ever any puns that you like when you see their like clever, weird pop culture reference puns?
Oh, you mean like
in
Boba Fett drinking boba tea?
I mean,
that one's the greatest one of all time. I'm talking about the other ones that are no good.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of them. Like fucking, like anything that like has anything to do with fucking Captain America, Iron Man, or any of these C tier fucking Marvel fucking superheroes. They're not even A tier. They're fucking C tier.
What about Groot?
Fucking Guardians of the fucking Galaxy? Like what the fuck is that? Like the only if it becomes A tier because of a fucking movie, then it's just like then. That's just fucking hype fucking, making it like so. I don't know. I like the reason why Guardians of the Galaxy in my eyes was good is because of the fact that like, no one fucking knew who the fuck Guardians of the Galaxy were.
Oh, I had no idea.
Oh, it's a comic, right?
Yeah.
I remember the comic barely as one that you didn't buy.
I didn't.
I just remember it, but you don't buy that one.
Yeah, you don't buy that one, And then like, so they had like the bar was so low. They could fucking just take like little bits and pieces of the fucking story, and then like I remember talking to J-Ru, and like he was kind of filling me in on like the Guardians of the Galaxy thing, and like this fucking cast of characters fucking eventually was phased out, and then all these other fucking people came in, and I'm like, what? You know, so
Yeah.
you know, like you know, and then the Avengers. I mean, like, where's the West Coast Avengers?
Oh wow.
Right?
Yeah.
You remember the West Coast Avengers?
Yeah.
I mean, I never read it, but
I
I
never
knew it
did
Wait,
existed.
so there's an East Coast Avengers too?
There's just a West Coast
well, there's
Avengers.
the Avengers and there's the West Coast Avengers.
Oh.
You know, Iron Man, that's a fucking bottom tier fucking superhero.
As a comic book, it was not.
Really?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
not up there.
So he wasn't that big of a deal in the comic book.
No, yeah.
But
no
it's
one
funny
did.
because like Fantastic Four was kind of a medium, big size comic.
Yeah.
But then the movies have all been shitty.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
the same thing like
Yeah.
with most of the X-Men
Yeah.
movies. Like I
Yeah.
can honestly say there's probably like 3 good X-Men movies.
So the fact is, there's 3 good ones is actually pretty good.
The first
Yeah.
X-Men movie, X-Men First Class, and Logan.
Yeah.
You know, if anyone could fucking tell me that of any other fucking like X-Men movies that are like, you know, are comparable, then let me know.
Right.
You know, and I'll, you know,
And you'll tell them to fuck off.
and
Yeah.
I might try and
Oh,
give
okay.
it a try again. But like the second fucking movie after X-Men First Class was fucking garbage.
Right.
You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like so,
Yeah. So I have another question. Do we want to go with it?
yes.
NME10E. Don't know who that is, but what's a positive and negative thing about having artist friends?
Positive thing is that you can bounce ideas off of each other,
Yeah.
especially if you're like genuinely like good and friendly and stuff like that, and not overly competitive with each other.
Yeah, I agree.
You know,
Yeah.
what's bad about it is most of them are like just emo fucking wrecks. So like fucking, you know, like you can't fucking like be honest when you fucking think what they're doing is whack.
Wow. Yeah.
You know, but like it's always great when you meet that person where he's like, you can go like, oh, you know, like yeah, that's not really your best shit. Sorry. You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like, what do you think, Yoskay? I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
I'm trying to think of what's negative, and I'm like,
positive thing for me is like, you know, when you see your friend like kicking ass, like it really inspires you and, you know, makes you want to feel like you want to step up your game.
Yeah.
Like, you know, oh shit, I gotta, you know, get back into studio and make something as awesome or, you know, something close to.
Does it ever crush you though?
So that's my negative thing. When my friend's art is too good to the point, like it's almost depressing that I'll never ever fucking get there. Then it's a little bit like a soul crushing.
wow.
Yeah. So I guess it's like a double-edged sword in a way that certain time I see my friend's art and I'm like, fuck me, like, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No, that's, you know.
And yeah, there's a lot of those. So it's
See, that's like the idea of like, you know, dating an artist or something like that. I've never dated like, you know, a working artist before, but like I imagine that like, you know, if they started off, if like, you know, because since I mean like I'm, you know, somewhat established in my career, if I'm like started dating a girl that was like kind of coming up, you know, and then suddenly I just see her just go,
yeah,
it would fucking crush me.
right.
I would be so fucking jealous, you know.
No, I know what you mean. Like, will I be able to, like, you know, congratulate her with my 100%?
Like sincerity.
Yeah, I think there will be part of me saying like, God damn it, you know.
Everyone just wants to fuck you. That's all they want. They just want to fuck you. You know.
That's hard.
You know,
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
so
So the lesson is date someone whose art is really bad that's gonna never go anywhere.
Or somebody already so.
yeah,
Up
that's
high.
that's already up
That you-
high.
you
and
don't
you're
care
like, you're
about dating-
cool.
yeah, dating
you're
her.
just like, yeah, I'm fucking her.
Oh, it's the opposite. Okay. Wow, that's awesome. That's a pretty good. That's a meme right there of some sort. Yeah, I like that. That'd be a good meme. Okay, Felix Galvin asks, "What's the most memorable thing you read or heard someone say about your art last year,
Last year?
which is 2019, I suppose, or I think any time would work, even if you can think of it. Just
The most memorable thing that I ever read was
someone said or read
read was an email I received from like a 13-year-old, and who kind of basically said like, thank you for your artwork. It helps me realize that I'm not alone with these feelings, blah, blah, blah. And, and I was like, it was like 12 or 13 years old. And I was just like, holy shit. If you're like 12 or 13 years old and you're fucking like relating to these narratives that I'm fucking illustrating, then like your life must be fucked.
What did you say to this person? Or did you just go, fuck you?
No, I mean, like,
I am the bear.
I don't miss
I
you.
am the bear.
No, I appreciated him for his very kind and supportive letter, and like it definitely left an
That
impression
is
on me.
sweet, though.
Yeah.
So that was probably the
What city were they in?
Chicago.
Oh wow.
So, but like
Whoever you are in Chicago, keep going.
yeah, I don't even know whether or not they're still a fan. They probably like lost interest and are like all up in that fucking cause game.
Oh.
But like it was definitely like and the thing is that like that email, I received that email during my first stint in rehab.
Oh wow. So this is a while ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Still more memorable. That's pretty memorable.
So
yeah.
it didn't happen like last year.
Well, that's okay.
Like,
anything like that's pretty amazing though.
Yeah. I get those. I get similar, but like nothing quite as like gut wrenchingly sincere as that. But like I still get those on occasion.
Luke, I wrote that one. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Fucking with me like since fucking 2007.
How about you, Yoskay? Is there anything
I don't know if I can.
It's tough.
Say anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
Well, don't do. That's hard.
I mean, like that's
that's
like the work I do is.
Well, no,
like,
like that memorable or like that. God. This is super random, but I never heard anybody call me this till yesterday. But the security guard at the Little Tokyo, the building I'm painting, he came by the wall and he saw the mural in progress, and he said, "You're number one." And I never heard anybody call me a number one. So
you're number one.
You're number one.
Wow.
You're number one, Yoskay.
So I think that was memorable for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
He said, "Man, you're number one." I was like, "Oh, thank you."
I want to see your. I want to see the mural. Like, have you posted pictures of it, or do you?
Why don't you go look
I took
tonight
one,
on the way home?
I took
You can go
one
see it. No.
today.
It's not on the way home.
In case.
You just get off the freeway. No, I guess kind of.
Yeah.
If you go through the 10, through the 10 through downtown. Okay, just look at the picture. It's easier.
So it's
Wow, you're fucking brush painting that fucking wall?
it's fucking brick.
Yeah, dude. Fucking next time can it. Use cans, but
I
like,
know.
Wait, let's show. Can we show
Yeah.
that at home? Do you have a picture? of
Oh,
it?
that's great.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Thank you, man. But my first 2 days, I did like the sky background, which is like one of those like a dock brush or deck brush.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's really chunky and fat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my wrist was like killing me today.
Wow.
So I painted the character, which is less physically,
Demanding.
demanding.
Yeah.
Mm.
So someone asks, which was better, Parasite or Shoplifters? Which I've never seen. I actually didn't see Parasite yet.
Oh, you haven't?
Oh, I haven't seen it.
That's one of the ones
Yeah.
I'm holding on to, like to watch.
I've
but I
seen
need
Parasite, but I have not seen Shoplifters.
to. Oh God, we can't even answer that one then.
Yeah, but I liked
I
Parasite.
saw Shoplifters. I like Shoplifters.
Which one was Shoplifters? Is it another Korean
It's a
movie?
Japanese
No,
movie.
it was a Japanese one. Was it last year?
It was
2
last.
year-
Maybe
2 years?
maybe it was. I don't know.
2
I
years
think I
ago?
saw it last year.
Yeah, last year,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Speaking of Japan,
I thought it was really good, but yeah, Go ahead.
Speaking of Japan, I found out I spoke to my friend who lives out there, and he basically was telling me that the story that is apparently kind of fortifies the age of consent issue that we discussed last week is a story known as the Tale of Genji.
The first, arguably the first novel. Yeah, written in 1000 AD by a woman.
Yep.
Yeah.
By a courtesan of the
I was East Asian Studies major. I knew all this. Yeah. Tales of Genji Monogatari.
Yeah, Genji Monogatari.
Yeah. But did you know that age of consent in Japan is supposedly 13 years old?
Still?
I don't know. Still? when you were 18, it was 13, right? You remember that? So you're like, still? No, I'm just kidding.
What?
No, age of consent is 13. Yeah. So you can go and fuck 13-year-old girls.
As long as there's love.
Man.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's fucked up. Your people, Yosuke. Your peoples.
But don't you have to be engaged or anything?
I really don't know.
No, you don't have to be, but you have to have proof that there was a romantic relationship.
Oh God, fuck.
That's gnarly.
Yeah.
And
what's it got to do with that novel? Because that novel's like 1,000 pages, man.
Because there was a character who shared the same name as the author. And
Murasaki Shikibu.
Yeah, Murasaki Shikibu.
And that
I don't know that much about the plot.
And that there was I think there was a girl named Murasaki in the story, and she was 12 when she was and this is the thing that I found the most interesting according to Wikipedia. So I don't really know.
Oh, but that's the truth, man.
Well, you
could donate there.
Yeah.
They need your money.
She was kidnapped by Genji, and then what's that called again?
Adoption?
No, the Hearst thing. The Hearst thing, where
you Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, I think there was a Stockholm syndrome thing.
Wow.
Though I don't think they knew what. I don't think they had a real name for it back, when
in
it was
1000 AD. Yeah.
It was
Stockholm
syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome. Hi, それです. There. It was there, man. That's what they said. Yes.
I knew you were gonna say that.
It existed.
I think I watched this podcast too much. Because I exactly knew where that was going.
I started saying it too. We both did. I was like,
that was beautiful. That was so good.
Yes. There you go.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank you. I needed that. The pain in my head is. Yeah, I think the aspirin I took.
Anyway, so you found out that it came from the novel. It's derived from the novel.
Yeah, I think people
So that culture is still there.
Yeah.
In 2020.
Yeah.
Is that just a law that's not needs to be rewritten or just hasn't been or something?
I think there's caveats to
who's taking advantage of that? That's just weird.
Well, I think in Tokyo the laws might be a little bit different versus outside of Tokyo.
Yeah.
So
wow.
And I actually, because I know Yosuke was here, I had mentioned before that the last time I was in Tokyo, I was hentai hunting, and I brought with me, the one time I actually bought something.
Okay.
From, and I was kind of going to have you kind of help me translate some.
Oh, wow.
But I don't know whether or not we could do it on the podcast because some of this shit is
yeah, maybe not.
But. Yeah. I'll let you sneak a peek, Yosuke. I bought these because they are the most disturbing things I'd ever seen.
Whoa, you passed it kind of sideways, man.
Oh wow! Holy shit!
Literally.
Oh wow!
Yep. Yeah, I've owned this thing.
Oh my god! Oh, I can't unsee that.
This one is okay because I thought it's just weird insect rapey kind of stuff, and I actually opened it, but that I haven't even opened that yet. I just look at the cover and I'm like, okay, I get it.
Oh. Wow!
It says classmate unchi puri puri note.
So classmates poopy unko notebook or
Yep.
something, right?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Good job, Eric.
Well, it's a good translation, right?
Yeah.
A pooty pooty was a hard one to translate.
Pretty just like a sound
Effect, but I called it poopy.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Maybe it was poopy,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
a sound effect. But okay,
so.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's gnarly.
Anyways, we gotta check it out
Yeah.
like afterwards.
Okay.
You know.
So Angry Banana asks, any new coffee shops we should be hitting up?
Eric, you know this.
Balcony.
I don't. I just go to the same one.
Just go to balcony.
Go to Balcony Coffee. Once in a while, I go to Chit Chat, which is on Sawtell going up northbound.
I want to
but
recommend one. Dulce Cafe.
Dulce Cafe. That's like a little Tokyo.
Little Tokyo.
And
yeah. Oh my God. I should have put that on the number 5.
Nope. Too late.
James was so nice that he gave me a gift card while I'm painting the mural,
Oh,
so
wow.
I can get a free coffee.
Yeah, and he.
So thank you, James.
And thank you, James, for donuts.
oh yeah, and he gave me a box
Fuck,
of donuts.
Unhealthy.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's odd. But you know what? He makes good stuff. So
Yeah. Actually, like that. If I was gonna get coffee in Little Tokyo, I'd go to Dulce Cafe.
Yeah.
You know, that's a fine one.
yeah.
You know, let me think. I go to like at the end of my street. There's a place called 8090 Boba Avenue that like
8090.
8090.
Is that the address?
Well, I think the original one was called 8090 Boba Avenue. You know.
Oh, Boba Avenue.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool name.
You know, and then like and then they opened up a second one right like at the end of my fucking street, and so.
Have you seen like that brown sugar boba thing that people are talking about?
Yeah, they do it over there.
But it's an ice cream also. They have an ice cream bar.
Wait, what?
What?
They have an ice cream bar form. Yeah, you can get an ice cream bar that's got bobas in it, and I think it's Taiwanese or Taiwan. But it's something the East Side has, and I heard it's a rage. Like you can't.
Oh.
It's like sold out. You can't even get it, but it's out there.
Well, it's
so
like
if you
a
want to
popsicle?
go, yeah, it's like an ice cream.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'll have to keep an eye out.
Yeah, it's
for
supposed to be hot shit, meaning it's sold out a lot. But when they get it, it's hot and then it's gone.
There's a pretty fancy
Yeah.
ass fucking like hot pot place that I
Hot pot? Or
hot
hot-
pot
okay.
place that opened up right down the street from me that I have been wanting to try out. It's called Xiaolongkan, Chinese hot pot, and like. Whenever I drive by it, like there's like a mountain of people out in front of it, and like you look inside, you can see through like these big ass windows that they have, and it's like looks like a really super fancy Chinese restaurant place, and
Hot pot.
so yeah,
That sounds good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of that's just like something I'm curious about. Like, oh, that looks really good. I want to.
I think like where I'm at, Sawtell actually doesn't have
Hot-
it has hot pot, doesn't have a good boba place that's like
Oh.
really good. That's
Really?
they're okay.
What about like
Wait, what makes it-
volcano tea or whatever?
That's an old school. That's like an old school favorite, so it's good. But I'm talking about like new school, new shit. That's like
You
awesome.
got cocoa.
No, I mean I'm talking about one of like something that people are gonna line up for because it's that badass. There's nothing like that. Like you go to Tokyo. Did you see lines for boba there?
Yeah, it's
no,
stupid.
I went to the place that people do line up for.
They're-
like Guan something or another.
So I saw a few of those.
Guancha or
I saw a
something
few
like
of those, and I walked around in different areas, and I saw lines for certain ones.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, it's like a new wave there. I mean, boba's been there, but it's like there's a new wave of it that's hot and like that busy.
From my
And
understanding,
it seems like they're like legit places from Asia,
Yeah,
unless
they're-
they're faking out people.
there's ones from Taipei
Yeah.
and like
Where's
or
that?
Taiwan.
We don't have one of those.
No, we don't.
Unless cocoa counts. But
No,
Okay.
no. But
That's
like-
what I'm saying. There's not one of those.
Because cocoa is kind of like a juice place.
Yeah.
You know what was the best was fucking Crimea. I had their soft serve, the Japanese soft serve, where it's just like
What's that?
it's like this crazy
Crimea?
Crimea.
Isn't that like a lake or an ocean? Or
or
No,
Crimea or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Something
I was
like
like
that.
Crimea. Isn't there a war? Crimea?
Yeah, Crimea or something like that.
Yeah.
And and like that was fucking awesome. And there is a place in like Koreatown that I've had. It's like I think it's called Crema. It's like it's basically they're biting the entire like thing that's going there that's going on in Japan, and it's like a shortbread cone and like it's really like high butterfat like ice cream.
Wow.
And it's intense.
Because that place did open Somi, where you can get like that taiyaki that's got ice cream in it
Oh,
or
yeah.
something, or it's
I've been there.
that's like you went there.
I had to take Christy there one
Somi
time.
Somi. It just opened right on Sawtell.
No.
There was one in Koreatown,
Yeah.
evidently, but that just opened on Sawtell, and I guess I see a lot of people eating these taiyakis all the time. Yeah, I don't know. There's that, dude. We got a bunch more questions.
I
that
think it's
just
just
popped
like
up.
a visual thing more than the flavor, though.
Yeah, but it's a fish. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's taiyaki,
Yeah,
man. Like
yeah.
who doesn't love taiyaki?
Taiyaki's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you don't think so? I don't know.
No,
It's
I-
kind of
I'm
weird
not-
how it's kind of trendy in a way.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, it's
I'm
taiyaki.
just I don't know. It's just a visually driven product
Yeah.
more than anything else.
Well, I mean, you could buy that shit in a fucking like at the supermarket, right? Like you get like
You gotta get
ice cream
frozen,
taiyaki.
You can get a
like-
frozen ass.
oh,
one,
those
too.
are great ice cream
Is
taiyakis.
it?
I love those.
Yeah.
That's because they have it with like Nutella and shit with ice cream, and you can get all the stuff.
Yeah.
All right, just a few more questions. You want to go for it?
Let's do it.
Wait, how long are we? I'm gonna have to filter some of these, unless you want them all. You just want them all.
Do it. Let's just fucking do it.
Thoughts
it's the
on
first
the
show of the year.
Thoughts on the Mandalorian? How would you guys rate the show?
I don't watch it. so
I
don't
rated
know.
it high. I had a good time watching it.
Yeah,
Oh, I saw part of it at the Marisan's house actually.
it's great.
It's good for TV, man.
Yeah.
I
it's
fell
great.
asleep.
As long as you watch episodes 1 through
2
3
and 7 and 8,
and
right?
7 and 8.
Yeah.
And you have to kind of watch episode 4 because it introduces the girl character.
Sure.
But like, you know,
I think it's fun, but it's based on it's like part of it's like Western, like a samurai movies, kind of
Yeah.
like based on that, and then it gets haywire a little bit.
it's great.
Goes back into outer space,
I'm a fan.
Yeah, no, I like it.
I-
I wish there's more to watch,
Yeah.
and there will be, right? So
Oh, yeah, exactly. More Baby Yodas, to
I think it's perfect for TV, though. It's tempered way down. It's got like funny things, and there's funny interactions, and these are it's made for TV.
Yeah, Jon
that
Favreau
should not
really
be should not
rocked
be
it.
a movie, right? That's a TV thing.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, it's like
Agreed.
personalities. It's like almost sitcom-ish, to some extent.
Huh.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the guy's like the Mandalorian character is kind of emo.
Huh.
He's got feelings.
Yeah.
I have a feeling the characters from episode 5 and episode 6 will make appearances again.
Probably,
and,
except that dude. What is it?
How many episodes are there?
There's 8.
8.
Oh, 8?
Yeah. Yeah, that one dude. What's that one episode with that other guy who's like a bounty hunter? Kid?
Bill Burr. Bill
no,
Barr.
there was one that's like a kid. Is it episode 5 or something?
Yeah.
He sucked. What was the
He's
point of-
gonna make
Well,
an
he
appearance
sucked.
though,
I know, but he
and the
sucked.
chick is gonna make an appearance.
Bill Burr's
though, too.
fine, but I'm talking about the episode before that where they're outside and there's a bounty hunter. He's kind of young.
Yeah,
He wants to be one.
I
He
wonder.
sucked.
I wonder
Fuck
who that
guy.
kid, that actor was. Maybe he's like a big deal in pop culture, and we're just too old to realize it.
Or he's just nobody
Yeah.
because it's a Disney show. I don't know. They want to control these new stars.
Yeah.
They get some no-namer that's, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what I thought about it,
Yeah.
Yep.
but it's still cool.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, Felix asks, any artists you guys are looking forward to see more work from? Cause.
I mean, it's-
Cause.
I was about to
It's
say
all
Cause.
cause, man.
Yep.
Well, I, for one, I would say both of you motherfuckers, you and you, Yoskay, don't stop drifting.
No,
Yoskay, eyes over here, eyes over here, bro.
Eyes on the
Eyes
prize.
here,
I
man.
was trying.
I want to see more work
think.
from both of you guys.
Okay.
You and you.
I'm working on it.
Thanks,
yeah,
Eric.
both of you guys.
Yeah,
But eyes over here, Yoskay.
I'm always excited
I'm
to
just
see the work of friends.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
man.
too. Me too.
Just to see because you don't I'm really bad with looking at Instagram and shit like that, and so whenever I see new work in person,
Right.
it's always just great to including Felix,
Don't lie, dude.
No,
Okay.
I mean, Felix is a great guy and very talented artist.
He's a
and,
little grommet.
you know, and,
Oh, yeah.
He's a grommet.
you know,
Yeah.
Grommet. That word is the best.
I think Rakagaki show will be another fun show.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
are you doing one of those again?
Yeah.
So I'm looking.
April.
Yeah.
Get cracking.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Get cracking tonight.
Yeah.
Look at here's your influence right there. Anyway, I'm trying to think who else I'd want to see more work from. I mean, we will see Yoshitomo Nara later this year.
I'm excited about
LACMA.
that.
Yeah, I better get my
that'll be exciting.
Better get my fucking membership back in order
Yeah,
again.
that'll be exciting to see.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
April or something. Right?
April or May or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be exciting. But I'm kind of exciting to see stuff like at. Believe it or not, I kind of can't wait for decon again. It's weird, right?
Yeah.
I was the decon kind of like lukewarm on it. Now I'm kind of like, oh, I want to see that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually surprising. I'm kind of excited about that.
Decon's great.
It's become great to me. Like
Yeah.
it went from like okay to I'm now believing.
Yeah.
Like more than ever.
No,
I thought it was okay. I was like,
this year was there because of the inclusion of galleries and gallery booths and stuff. It became like I found it genuinely interesting.
Yeah, I did too, but I don't even care about the gallery part. I just thought there was just more booths and more vendors and therefore more people.
Right.
So I didn't even go to the gallery part. I couldn't even find it, and I realized it was kind of like hidden around a corner.
Yeah.
And so I didn't even see it.
All right.
Frankly, when I was packing up, I was like, "Oh my God, there it is!"
Yeah.
Because it was kind of like hidden. But I don't know. That didn't make it for me. I think for me, it was just seeing more vendors and more it was just more packed. It felt more full.
Right.
And therefore, I thought it was just kind of more exciting.
It started to have
there's more
that
people.
like feel of the old San Diego Comic-Con kind of
or
thing.
I just thought it felt like the last decons in Pasadena that were starting to get like exciting.
Right.
And I thought it was starting to get that way too.
Well, that's pretty
a
good.
lot
like,
more randoms, just people. Just.
Considering the fact that they were in Pasadena for like 12, 13 years.
Yeah, but first 6 of it was like fucking Bush League, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I remember like back when it was like they couldn't even fill up like the bigger space because at the end it was 3 spaces, but like they had one big space. One of them was big, and they couldn't fill it up, and they had like fucking like Sucklord with this like streaming fucking talk show kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like,
we could do that better. But okay. Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm excited for Decon too.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's what I'm looking forward to.
Actually, have they opened up the booth thing yet?
I don't think so.
No, I don't
We'd
think
hear about it.
I hope so.
We're VIPs, man. They should just give that to us.
They should just like fucking
Fuck.
like PM us directly like, hey, this is Ben. You remember I was on your podcast?
No. It's gonna be the other dude.
Oh, it's gonna be fucking Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin.
You don't want to do the accent. He has a little bit of an accent.
He does have a little bit.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to do.
Yeah, I can't do it either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do the Japanese one easier. Stockholm. Syndrome.
That's actually like you doing my bad fucking interpretation of a Japanese fucking accent.
So another question is from Angry Bananas. What were your highs and lows last year in your life?
Highs.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like highs. There's a bunch. Just all these.
I have one.
Fun
My
retros.
high's definitely going to Hawaii twice in 1 year.
Whoa,
That was awesome.
Yeah,
That was a fun trip. That was a fun trip.
For me, still, it was going to Japan and I guess Korea. I saw James Jean's show, then just went to Japan.
Yeah.
Japan's always rad. Like I can't eat no matter what I do here. Like I'm like, oh, but I went to Japan, so
Yeah.
That's awesome.
it's hard for me to beat. I'm like, that was just
Singapore.
a good time.
My Asia travel before the end of the year was my highest high.
yeah. Coming back was probably the biggest low. I was like having a good old time. I'm like, oh, I gotta come back. Then that's the low.
No, I wouldn't say that was my low.
That felt like a low from the high though. But
What was a low?
Oh, I think my low was I kind of felt burnt out after I did my show for a few months. So I think that was my kind of low.
oh, oh,
Well, I had a little bit of like creative, like rut, or I don't know.
I think the biggest high for me is I took a 9-month break. With like
Wow.
with some group show stuff interspersed in between, just to keep me on my toes.
Nice.
But that's like I was so used to a cycle of work on a solo show, take a month off, get back to work on another solo show.
Mhm.
And so this is this year, 2019. I took after my March show, I just took an extended break, through all the way through December. Did
Awesome.
the Let's Eat show, and did
That was a fun show.
tried to be in the Post-it Note show and failed.
it's okay, man.
But like, yeah, I think that was a general like good for me,
Yeah.
because like, especially like, when you're like a new artist or, you kind of like need to take any opportunity you can, just to like make your presence be felt,
Right.
at least that's the way I kind of interpret it,
Yeah.
and so you're just hustling and working and getting shit out there and fucking constantly posting and constantly like fucking putting things up on the website and trying to sell it and like learning from your mistakes and like building and building and building, and then finally after like, for me, 15 years, I was like, you know what? I'm taking a break for the rest of the year, just so, because, the work gets stale, the work gets tired after a while, and you're just kind of like, what am I going to fucking do? Like, and you look back at all your fails and successes, and it kind of helps you kind of like, I don't know, I guess come to terms with things. At least it did for me, and that is the bear. I'm stuck with that fucker. That thing is mine, and it is me.
Damn.
So embrace it. Learn to love the things that you're fucking sick and tired of.
Right on. What?
That's deep.
Yeah, I was like, wait, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, like, don't you get fucking like tired of being the giant robot guy?
And that's the only thing I kind of know right now, so it's not tiring.
No, but like, didn't you have a point like after doing it for so long where you're just like, oh my god, is this literally my legacy?
Oh yeah, I thought I came to that point actually last year, so I don't know if that was a low or not, but I was kind of like, is this all I'm going to be doing? Is this it?
Yeah.
And yeah, that came to mind, and then I was like, well, I guess it could be worse, so I'm doing it. I don't mind doing it, but it's one of those things where I was like, is this literally is this what I'm gonna be doing? Like just book art shows and then work on them and I don't know, make stuff every so often. I mean, all those things aren't bad, but yeah, I thought of that. Then I got over that quick. I was like, it's all right.
I fought it for years.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Because I was kind of like, well, I'm okay.
Years of fighting.
But then, yeah, eventually it'll beat you up. You'll just be like, oh.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of, yeah.
That's the hard part. It's like, is there, you have to kind of be okay with it, if,
Right.
and I mean, or you can keep fighting it, but it's tough.
What do you mean by fighting it?
Fighting it, I mean, like
trying to do something else.
Yeah, or you want to do something more with it, or maybe the idea.
So
is
what
just
was
keep going.
something more for you? Like what were you?
There was none. I was just, I'm just keep doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I just didn't want to be the bear guy.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, congrats on the LA Weekly article thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Awesome.
That is
Thank you.
awesome.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Do you have a copy I can read?
Yeah, you could. I have a copy you could have.
Awesome.
Yeah. Is that my is that my legacy? The LA Weekly thing?
No, but that's still great. That's
It's part of it.
recognition. Yeah.
It's all
definitely
right. It's fine.
It's definitely part of
I'm
it.
honored.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Let's see. Early on in your career, did you even approach businesses selling murals? Or did you ever, approach businesses selling murals?
Oh, like me personally going out to
I guess.
stick walls?
I've never have, but
first one I told my gallerist at the time, like I told him I wanted to paint a mural, and he connected me with Warren, and that's how I did my first one. So
Warren.
I guess yes. But it's not like I got paid or I was trying to sell anything besides my artwork. Yeah. I mean, I didn't sell my artwork, but I was trying to, convince him to do it. Yeah.
right. How about you, Luke?
Like the first time I ever did a mural was about the first time I ever did a mural was about I think it was 6 years ago, and I was always kind of apprehensive of being able of doing that kind of thing, just because of the fact that I felt that you needed a certain degree of street credibility to be able to get away with it, and when you go to an art supply store and you look at that cage of spray paint, and you look at it, and like each can here is like fucking $10 to $12.
Wow.
You know, you're just kind of like, oh my god, like, you know, this is a lot of money to fucking throw at an experiment, you know, for like, you know, and to see what if you don't like it, you know, then fucking, you know, I'm just gonna fucking like throw like I don't know, $150 worth of fucking money at paints that I'm never gonna fucking touch again, like, you know. So when 1X Run gave me the opportunity to be a part of that show, and they were like fronting all the paint, like, you know, it was just an opportunity for me to give it a try, and I definitely, you know, like enjoyed the experience, and, you know, I'm looking for any opportunity that I can get to keep on doing it, you know. But like, I don't know. It's not like, you know, people are fucking like, you know, banging on my door for, you know, that kind of thing, you know. So, you know, doesn't really. At least I have it on my belt.
But you're not approaching places like, can I paint on your wall? No, right?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
But because, like, you know, I don't, you know, I don't know. It's who am I to tell people that what, you know, they need is my, you know, painting on them on their
Right.
walls, you know.
I guess you can, though. Anyway.
So,
Any thoughts on 23andMe DNA test?
Wait, what was it?
Any thoughts on the 23andMe DNA test?
For the past couple of years, I kept on promising my sister and mother that I would buy us the 23andMe DNA test.
What happened?
Did you do it?
In 2018, when I first suggested the idea, my sister was gung ho. When last year, when I suggested to my sister, she was like, I don't want a company having that much fucking information about me, you know, with, you know, and like with me not having the control on like who has access to that information.
data.
Yeah.
You know? So,
Because there is a gray area, right?
yeah.
Like police are using it.
Right.
But also, if you do a DNA test, don't they therefore kind of have a lot of info on your sister already?
To a certain
Right?
degree,
Yeah.
yeah. You know, I think, you know, I am curious to know what like my ethnic background is, what my fucking like my at risk stuff is, etc.
What do you mean by at-risk stuff?
Like, you know, they could tell like, oh, you have a certain percentage of like, you know, being like ACL, like, is that what it's called? You know, Lou Gehrig's disease, ALS.
That shows, I guess, from other family members and or just
Really?
DNA. Wow.
Yeah.
So you can tell if there's a
Damn it.
possibility of you getting
Yeah.
those.
Yeah, certain
Conditions?
cancers, certain like, you know,
Really?
like hereditary diseases and stuff like that. So
Oh, I didn't know.
Maybe that's
that.
helpful then.
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
you know, like, you know, if you know that you're at risk, you know, you can like go for preventative kind
Oh,
of
wow,
like
far
stuff.
out.
You know?
I didn't know they can do that.
Would
stuff.
you think you're 100% Japanese if you went for a
I
test?
wouldn't be surprised if I'm mixed.
But like how much? Very little, probably, right? Like less than 5%. I would assume. I have no idea. Though.
I don't know. My grandpa's side's from Ireland. I don't know. Certain times I feel like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to say, but I know most Japanese people are, not really mixed.
They're not really mixed.
I don't.
I mean, it depends. I don't really know how it works. Like, what is it
Yeah.
like 500 years ago? Like a relative might be from Korea or something. Is that
Yeah.
kind of like reading into that DNA? So they might say like, oh yeah, therefore 2% of you might be Korean. Is that how it
Right.
works?
Oh,
I mean, or I think does it go back 1,000 years? Like, okay, yeah, you're 1%, and someone 1,000 years ago there was a Korean person.
yeah. I was talking like a more of like I think nowadays it's more common, but
I
like
don't know.
as I was growing up, I didn't see like interracial like a couple as a parent
Mm-hmm.
for like rarely. But nowadays I know there's a lot more
Yeah.
like mixed.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's
Yeah.
Japan's like trapped by villages and mountains and shit. So
yeah.
it's like there was,
I don't
we were
know.
protected by the
But,
Japan Sea from
yeah.
like people from
'Cause
China
we're
or
like
Korea, right?
We're isolated island.
Yeah, Japan's pretty isolated.
Yeah.
So that's on like there's a chance that it's a very high
Yeah.
concentration of Japanese, and you'll have a little bit of something like
Right.
China from 1,000 years ago or something.
That would
But
be cool.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like Chinese,
Gotta be.
Koreans, like
Yeah.
people from Taiwan. You know, I mean, like you have to think. You think about like like all, especially like considering like all the different parts of Asia that Japan like had people like were either importing like items from or like like or people were kind of coming in
Yeah.
to or from like from
people,
Taiwan.
People weren't allowed into Japan, like
we
technically.
we shut our country for like I don't know how long.
It was a
but-
long
yeah,
time.
right?
People weren't allowed in. That was
Right.
technically
Yeah.
it. Like you'd be
And
killed.
I think it was like a Portuguese or something that was like came in.
Yeah, a
like,
Dutch.
the
Dutch was in.
Was
There
it
was
Dutch? The first group.
That's I don't know about first group, but there was Dutch.
After like they broke
But
that.
they were in another. They were off an island in Nagasaki, right?
Oh,
They
that's
stayed. They had to stay on an island off Japan.
I was like,
Like, oh, you can stay over there.
Yeah, in that island. Yeah, you can come across maybe.
yeah, we'll buy your clocks, we'll buy your guns.
We'll buy some of those desserts. They're pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll,
Yeah.
Castella?
give us your.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm sure there's. I'm sure there were others that fucking somehow rode their boat from China.
Yeah.
No, sure.
Yeah,
Strong,
sure.
as they said in
Right.
Karate Kid, strong wind, strong sake.
Oh, I don't remember.
It goes. I don't know.
Well, I mean, like
It's,
like even like if they did have their borders closed, it's kind of hard to guard all that land. It's still
Right.
hard to guard
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that land.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
can
Some.
even with satellite imagery. Like if you're like quick enough, you can
Yeah.
fucking like hide your tracks. You could hide your ability, the way you got in. There's people coming in and out of fucking countries, all the time.
Yeah.
Without like dealing with, whatever.
Yeah.
So
Even North Korea. For that
even
matter.
North Korea.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
anyways,
I think we're at the end of the questions.
all right.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that
But we had a powerful podcast.
it was kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
it was
As they
fun,
are.
It's okay.
So, yeah. Well, that was fun.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
No,
Yeah.
thanks for being here.
Thanks for being
Yosuke.
here. Come and see Souther Salazar at GR on Saturday.
Yes.
And Moon Dune meditation on Sunday,
Yeah.
2 to 4 p.m.
And if you guys
Moon Dune meditation. That's what it's called. Dune. And Dune is Doon. Yeah. Moon Dune.
I am rocking my head left to right, as in like nah.
And if
Come on down, man up.
If anyone's around Little Tokyo, come say hi. I'm
Yeah.
painting a mural probably till Sunday, 2nd and San Pedro.
Okay.
Second in San Pedro.
Well, okay, cool. That's San Pedro.
San Pedro is the
It's,
street that's
right by it's
north of Alameda, right?
Yeah, Weller's Court, Union Bank, and my mural is like right there.
Yeah, the street near where Cube Pop is, I guess, right? Isn't that near San Pedro?
Or old K-pop was.
I don't know.
right?
Where are they now? I don't know.
K-pop is now in like the main shop.
Irvine? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Irvine. I'm kidding. I don't know where
No,
that.
like
No,
right
in
there
the-
by
Jungle.
Yeah, right next to Jungle.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anime
okay.
Jungle.
And my mural is pretty close from Jungle.
Right on.
Yeah. Weller Court's great though. You get that.
Kinokuniya and
Yeah.
Kinokuniya is awesome. I love that place.
Me too.
I love looking at all the Japanese art books and like especially like the old yokai kind of like etchings and stuff. That stuff is awesome.
Cool.
Anyways,
Alrighty.
Happy New Year,
All
all
right.
of you.
Episode 41. We're done.
Yep, it's a wrap.
Thank you.